What is going on, people? We should be live now. We are here for a My Hero Academia live read through. I've actually read the first 194 chapters in my own time. I live tweeted a lot of it on Twitter, so if you're coming from Twitter, hello. I'm not going to share many thoughts. I'm just going to dive right into it from joint training. I will say right now my favorite character is All Might. My favorite arc is All for One versus One for All. I think that's the Bakugo Rescue arc. I'm not sure what the name is exactly. But yeah, I haven't read My Hero in about a few weeks now. Last time I read was just over a month ago, and I was live tweeting on Twitter. But now I want to live read the rest of it because I've heard I've got some exciting stuff coming. And yeah, I guess I should explain this quickly. So I've read My Hero before. I actually watched the entire anime up until the end of season 4. And then I read Joint Training and a bit of My Villain Academia, and then dropped the series because I wasn't really feeling it and I just wasn't in the right mood for it at the time. So people say my audio is low. 1 second. I brought it up. Okay. I brought the audio up. Sorry about that. I hope you guys could hear me. I accidentally brought it down there. Okay. Do I have to do all of that again? Did you hear nothing? Okay, I'll say everything from the start. Hello, people. Sorry about the audio issues. We're starting off a bit bumpy here. I'm Fiji. Hello, if you're new here. We're going to be reading My Hero Academia from chapter 194 to the latest chapter on this channel. I'm going to be uploading this stream onto the second channel, so I'll edit out that audio failure bit. Essentially, I read My Hero Academia. I watched the anime up until the end of season 4 with that Endeavor episode. And then after that Endeavor episode, hold up, let me just change what I'm listening to because it's messing up with my flow right now. I'm just going to change what I'm listening to. Hopefully that keyboard smashing isn't too annoying. There is going to be a bit of that when I'm changing the chapter number when I actually start reading. So apologies in advance for the little keyboard smashing. But okay, so I have watched up until there. My favorite character is Endeavor and All Might second. So Endeavor's my favorite character. All Might is my second favorite character at the time. Favorite chapter, favorite moment is the Endeavor moment against the Nomu. Second favorite will be All Might versus All for One. I love what that did to the Hero Society. I think My Hero has some fantastic world building. That's definitely one of my favorite things so far, and I'm excited to see more of that. But let me just talk about me and Joint Training for a second, because this is the arc that took me like a month to get through. I was struggling to read this arc. Like, I enjoyed Horikoshi's art, but I just wasn't too invested in any of these characters. My experience with the anime wasn't the best, so I didn't really have much of an attachment to these characters. So this arc of these two classes going off against each other and training together was unsatisfying, to say the least, for me personally at the time. I'm excited to read it now because I do care about the characters now. I care about Deku. I like Todoroki a lot. I'm excited to see more from them. So I feel like it's going to be a much more positive experience this time, but we shall see in a second when I start reading. I'm going to try and read this entire arc in this one read through. I know we get a big reveal about One for All in this arc, so I'm excited to see that. I remember that being an interesting introduction. But without further ado, let's just get to it. Let's just start reading. What's good? We got Tansy in the chat. A few guys in the chat. Gob in the chat. But yeah, let's just start reading. Chapter 194, Joint Training. I'm going to try not look at the chat too much. Let's get it. 6:30 a.m. We got Deku couldn't sleep a wink after that. Would you mind not getting so excited? Not enough cheese, perhaps? Maybe. I don't know. Sorry for waking you. So the chapter title is Cold Skies Over UA High. Whether I dreamed this or not, I remember it vividly. The instant our hands touched, the dream ended, with the predecessors staring at me. So that's the last thing I got. I remember this very clearly. You got the one guy that people are saying is Bakugo. The one guy we still haven't met yet. But these are the predecessors. This is some very interesting shit, because I have actually read Katekyoshi Hitman Reborn. If you have peeped Hitman Reborn, then you'll know about the Vongolo bosses. And there's like a very similar scene, like the predecessors of the protagonist of Reborn, Tsuneyoshi Sawada. It's like it's a dope little scene. And it's very reminiscent of this. This is just as cool. I think this is actually even cooler with the history of One for All for One. But yeah, that's a similarity there that I personally noticed. The first Warder's memories. You really saw them. Also, memories from All for One. You mentioned seeing vestiges of One for All when you were young, right, All Might? You know what? I'm going to play some lo-fi. If you guys got anything chill to listen to while reading manga, please hit me up in the chat. I would really appreciate that. Someone asked me, am I going to read Aizo prequel after this arc? You guys let me know. Yeah, after that, my predecessor taught me about the vestiges. I couldn't have told you the whole origin story without that knowledge, in fact. I only saw up until he first received his quirk. That's when he started talking to me. About only being at 20%. About the singularity. At the sports festival, you said they weren't actually conscious, but it sure didn't seem that way. He spoke. I'm guessing he never did that to All Might. I can't say it's ever happened to me like that, and my master never brought it up. As far as I know, you're the only one to experience this phenomenon. So, not a dream then, real vestiges. Vestiges? There's all sorts of stuff stocked up in the quirk. I want this and that, I want to be this way or this other. Wherever you find this power, there's sure to be feelings behind it. The feelings of all the users along the way get recorded in memory as part of the power. That is what I believe. Sounds kinda occult, or romantic I'd say. So even if I die one of these days, we can always meet again within One for All. Romantic, right? Man like Nana Shimura. Omae. And you said a burst of power woke you up. Any injuries? Nope. That's good at least. All I know for sure is that I don't exactly know what's going on with you. Does singularity refer to the quirk singularity? Did something in you trigger this, or was it some external factor? Do you remember anything else? Oh, I couldn't really see two of them, and your image was kind of fuzzy, All Might. Maybe because you're the newest addition. Let me scroll up and see the image again. Yeah, All Might was fuzzy, and then you got two that's just completely hidden, silhouetted. You can see Nana Shimura, you can see the whip guy, because I remember the whip guy. You can see the first one, All for One's brother. You can see some guy with a coat coming up here, and a guy with a scar above his eye, looking like Shanks. Okay. Sorry kid, there's so much I don't know. What I can say is that power is your ally in all this. No copyright lo-fi playlist. Oof. Townsy, you the GOAT for that. You are the GOAT for that. Let me listen to this. YouTube Creative Studio. Hold up, it's tripping for me. Sorry kid, there's so much I don't know. What I can say is that this power is your ally. That power is your ally in all this, and we'll figure it out together. You bet. Oh, also, she reminds me of my predecessor. My mom does. Her hairstyle. Your master was really pretty. Yeah? Someone said silhouettes Bakugo and Kirishima. I'm not sure. We'll talk about that when I catch up. Anyway, you've got a special class this afternoon. Better get going. Right. Maybe I'll go and watch. Should be fun. Fun? What do you mean? Oh, I see you two are as chummy as ever. Aizawa. No, I mean the kid just... Okay, so we've got Shinzo here. I thought I saw you hanging out with Aizawa sensei. Get suited up quick, Midoriya. We've got a busy day. So totally pumped for this. So we got... I'm going to see how many names I remember here. So we got Momo, or Yaoyorozu. I think that's how you say her name. You've got Earphone Jack Girl. Always forget her name. I think this guy's called Sato. I'm not too sure. You got Kirishima's school friend. You got Froppy, Todoroki, and then Shoji, I think it is. I suck with names, and this is a big cast of characters you don't see all too much. But hopefully by the end of this read-through, I'll know all their names. So totally pumped for this. My winter style's cool, okay. All of our costumes have undergone considerable transformation since the school year began. It's crazy how you made it through summer in that get-up, Ida. You've got a new look too, Kachan. Oh, Bakugo looks raw. This fit looks hard. Got a problem with it, then say it to my face, you stupid nerd. He's just so unnecessarily annoying. He's just so over the top. I would hate to know somebody like Bakugo. I would beat the shit out of him. I would fight him every day in school. Your costume must guard against the cold and generate heat, yeah? Since your sweat glands serve as weapons, it only stands to reason. What a great modification. I don't want your praise either. You've got the most drastic upgrades though, Midoriya. Those gloves are recent, right? I need to keep up with my new abilities, and yeah, the new gloves are pretty awesome. This is already my second pair actually. Hatsume modified them to take more of a beating. Uraraka just staring at him, remembering the beating. Get out. Are we slacking off? Class 1B. Well, Class B, should I say. Pulling up, underestimating us. The tides are rolling our way now. doing this maniacal little dance, and there's no way I'm naming any of these guys. I don't know any of their names. Check out this survey I took at the Culture Festival. Which did people prefer? Class A's dinky concert or Class B's ultra high quality theatrical production? We'll take a look. Class B won. Our margin of victory was 2 entire votes. For real? I can't say I give a fuck about this, but the slice of life vibes are cool. I don't mind. I can imagine people being dissatisfied with this on like a weekly read, but me, I don't mind. I'm just binging here. You've been hogging the spotlight like pigs in slop ever since school started, but those days are coming to an end. Because today it's A versus B, our first joint battle training. And we're gonna quiet you. We've got a special guest today, so try not to make fools of ourselves. Teacher pulled up a guest. Hitoshi Shinso from Class C of General Studies. That's the end of chapter 194. That was a solid chapter, starting off the arc. Bet. Let's read 195. Pretty good chapter. I was satisfied with that, man. Let's go on to the next. We got a pretty nice cover page of Shinso here. His design is dope. This mask he's got going, the waves. Horikoshi's art is just mwah. The title of this chapter is Clash Class A versus Class B. Let's get it. Shinso? So that explains the look you gave me earlier in the hall. Isn't that Aizawa Sensei's binding cloth? The mask looks unique though. Good to have you, man. He can brainwash those who respond to him, right? I don't stand a chance. Midoriya got whammy too, but broke the spell somehow. Yeah, he broke it with All for One. That was just a fluke, really. Actually, Shinso's brainwashing is what triggered the vision of the vestiges to start with. Oh, this is nice from Horikoshi. He's bringing him back right when the whole Is Shinso how he gets Midoriya to use Black Whip? I think it is. I think that is how he does it. If that is the case, that's pretty cool for how he's tying the sports festival to this. That would be pretty cool. If my memory serves me right, that's probably what's going to happen, right? It's pretty obvious. Shinso showing up. We just got that whole meeting of Midoriya and the predecessors, the vestiges. So it's time for that interaction. Go and introduce yourself. You could make all sorts of trouble. Okay, I had encounters with several of you at the sports festival, but don't think that we're friends just because we fought. I'm not the type for displays of good sportsmanship like that. I'm already so far behind you all. I'm doing everything I can to catch up. You wouldn't understand. You're naturally blessed. You people born with your quirks again. I'll be a great hero someday and strive to use my quirk to help people. So to me, all of you here are just obstacles to overcome. I'm not here to make friends. So I guess this is like a character-defining statement from Shinso here. This is telling you, you can draw a lot from the statement, from this mindset he has. It just shows you his position in the world, how different people view, like in school, different people have different opportunities. You know, the main, what's that line from chapter 1 of My Hero Academia? Let me quickly open up chapter 1, because I'm pretty sure on the first page, Horikoshi stamps the main theme of the series, and Shinso's character embodies that very well. And that is, on the first page, it is, people are not born equal. Exactly. That's the main theme of My Hero Academia, in my eyes at least. And Shinso right there is perfectly embodying that, telling you guys, I'll be a great hero, but you guys are obstacles to overcome because you guys are naturally blessed with these fantastic quirks. I have to work around the hard way, but I'm going to get there. So, I actually really, really like this. This is a great scene. Wow, delightful. How stiff. Reminds me of pre-upgrade Roki. The way Todoroki was prior to the sports festival. Okay. Oh yeah? I like this guy. Let's get right to it then. Battle training time. It's a series of matches pitting Class A against Class B. The battlefield is one section of Athletic Field Gamma. Both classes will split into teams of 4 and square off against another team. Okay. Athletic Field Gamma, training area designed to resemble an industrial block, defined by a lack of wide open spaces, plenty of blind spots, and poor footholds. Good stuff. 4-person teams should be fun. With Shinso added in, we got 41 together. How do we account for him? Shinso will be participating in 2 matches, joining Class A for 1 and Class B for the other. Meaning 2 of the 5 matches will be 5 versus 4. That's not fair for the 4-person teams. The 4 students who have to incorporate the inexperienced Shinso are actually at a disadvantage. Having 5 members will give you the edge numbers-wise, but it's also a handicap. Nice way of looking at that. The scenario this time around is heroes trying to capture a team of villains. So think of the opposing team as villains. Capture 4 of your opponents to win. Villains do the team-up thing too, huh? Nice and simple. Love it. This is Kirishima's... I always forget his name. Tetsu. So we're heroes, but the opponent views us as villains. Which role do we play up then? Let's go with heroes. Each team's home base is a cutie wootie lock 'em up prison. The instant someone's thrown in the cage, they count as captured. What high stakes. I like how this looks. To go a little cage. The efficient strategy would be to disable the enemy near our own base. Easier said than done, probably. Capture 4 opponents to win. Is that what you meant by handicap? Yes, not only is Shinzo inexperienced, but a 5-person team he's on still loses if 4 members are caught. So that team's got to fight while carrying dead weight. Crap. That's a nasty way to phrase it. He's not wrong. This guy's light years ahead in the maturity department. Now, time to draw lots. Okay, got a nice spread going here. Let's read this. Let's see what teams are which. We got a few names for the new characters, but we haven't got names for the old characters. So, okay. Team 1 of Class B, we've got the new characters are Ibara Shiozaki, Juroto Shishida, Hiryu Rin, and Kosei Tsuburaba. I don't think any of these characters will matter, but yeah. That's Team 1 of Class B. Team 2's got no one I know. Team 3's got Tetsu and 3 other guys. Team 4 has got no one I know, and Team 5 has got the annoying dog and no one else I know. Okay, that's Class B teams. Class A teams, we've got Team 1, Kirishima, Froppy, and Kaminari. Team 2, Yaoyorozu, Hawk guy. I always forget his name. I like this guy a lot. I always forget his name. Forgot this guy's name. Laser Dude, Aoyama. Team 3 has Ida, Todoroki, Sato, and Tail Dude. Team 4 has Bakugo, Eargirl, fucking arm tape nigga, and yeah, someone else. And then Team 5 is obviously Deku. I suck with names. Uraraka, and the shittest character of all time, Minata. Niggas don't clip that, bro. I just chilled out. I struggle with names, and my hero characters, I'm not learning their names, bro. Not those guys. I'll know every prominent character's name. I'll learn them eventually if I fall in love with the series, you know. Now you, Shinso, you join one team from each class. Does Fiji have spoilers going into this? Yes, I've read this arc before, but my memory on it is very hazy. I have not read My Villain Academia onwards, but I have read this arc before, like around a year ago now. I know you said all that stuff, but heck, I still want to be friends. Good to have you. Tell us how your quirk works. With those looks, you must be popular with the ladies, I can tell. Thanks for having me. I like you already. You seem ready to crush that rotten Class A into the dirt. Please ignore everything he says. Thanks for having me. He's literally the same in both panels, exact same. He's on Class B Team 5. You'll get a rematch with him, Deku. Okay. Still wondering about those vestiges, but for now, with Shinzo all powered up, I'm excited to see how he fights. Teams start at their home bases. The time limit is 20 minutes per match. If time runs out, the team with more remaining members wins. All Might and Midnight here. Okay, cut that out. I don't mess with Order, man. What's wrong with you, Midnight? Why are you going there? Which class are you betting on? Hard to say. Class A has gotten strong, dealing with one disaster after another, but judging from the data, Class B has actually grown more. They've avoided trouble and worked on bringing out the potential. Now, match 1. Class A with strength honed by real danger, or Class B with steady improvement via hard work. I can't wait to see. Each team basically knows what the other's capable of, so let's stick together and overwhelm them with our numbers. Froppy. So, first match is... the fact that I barely know these guys' names is tough, but Shinzo's in this match, so I'm guessing it's going to be exciting. We've also got my boy Kirishima, so that's also exciting. Froppy, Kaminari. Yeah, we'll see. Shouldn't I put some distance between us so I can do my thing? Camouflage, huh? Pretty apparent once you know she's there. Not too far though, you don't want to end up alone. True enough, kinda scared of Shiozaki, given her range and track record with me. We'll want to start by taking down whoever's got the nastiest quirk. Kaminari suffered a stunning defeat at Shiozaki's hands during the sports festival, yeah, I remember that. You're getting the hang of this, Shinzo. That much would be obvious to anyone. which means we ought to eliminate Ibara, while our foes are likely to go after Kaminari first. Or possibly Shinzo with his powerful brainwashing and relative lack of experience. Thanks for having my back, guys. Want to set this up so you two can go all out? It's kind of hard to see who's talking, but I like that Horikoshi is adding these little, you know, little tiny faces so you can see whose text bubble was whose. Got some birds flying. Coo, thank you. Found her already? Shiozaki is advancing on the left. She's alone, coming toward us while using her vines to search. I'm not all that thrilled about going after a girl, but roaring rage. Huh? Kirishima, Tsuyu. We took Koda's search method into account, and we knew you'd be most wary of Shiozaki. She was the bait while I snuck up on all of you. Giving you time to prepare would have allowed Kaminari to do what he's best at, so a brutal head-on attack was our best option. I've got a nose for these things. So, Shishida on the other team has got a beast quirk. Going into beast mode grants him a massive boost to his strength, hearing, vision, and sense of smell, but the transformation also makes him wildly enthusiastic. So he turns into a beast, essentially. Discharge now and you'll injure your allies, Denki Kaminari. Air prison. It's soundproof solitary confinement. Now wreck them, Shishida. You got it. And we're done here. How are you talking with my voice? That mask. Persona chords. Oh! So Shinso is stealing their voices and talking to them, making them answer him and brainwashing them using other voices. Tactical. I like this. Chapter 196. Nice end to the first chapter. First, I have to focus my attention on the target and think this is who I'm going to brainwash. Once they respond, the brainwashing takes effect and they automatically follow my commands. A strong physical blow will break my hold, but even that depends on how I initially take control. Brainwashing multiple targets at once is probably impossible, though I haven't tried it. It splitted my focus too much. Still, that's a powerful skill to use when they don't know what's coming. But I can't command the target to speak or use their own brain in any way. For example, if I held up a sign with Tsuyu Atsui and wrote and said, write this, the order would work. But I couldn't make them draw on their own knowledge to produce the name. It's too bad that most heroes' gimmicks become common knowledge. Basically, you want people ignoring you. I also have this, kinda like an extra set of vocal cords. My persona chords mask act like a modulator. Since my quirk's effect doesn't work, if I speak into a mic or megaphone, all these little plates shift around and can't even talk right now, and resonate to modify how my actual voice sounds when it projects. It distorts my voice too much. Meaning it's a voice modifier, right? Wow, that makes you super strong, man. But this equipment is only as strong as... Okay. Oh, we're starting. We didn't come up with a plan, so we just gotta wing it. I'm guessing Shinzo doesn't fuck with the equipment because it's just equipment at the end of the day. And if it's destroyed, he's helpless in a way. Maybe. But this equipment is only as strong as the person using it. I see. Too slow. Air prison. Wake up. He brainwashes you when you respond, but a good hit breaks the spell. Shiozaki and his other previous victims told us all about it. They didn't mention a voice modifier though. Now, wreck him for real. We have to stop the big guy. I'm not gonna lie, this kid reacted pretty quickly. Props to him. Gah, can't have that. Go on, touch me for a real shock. Look. Despite getting hit, he still followed through. Got you. Froppy grabbed him. Toss him in the slammer to you. Got a little spread here. What? But I shocked him. Action going dummy. Froppy flopping around. Come, little ones, lend me your great strength. Red gauntlet. Aye! Human mode. When his beast quirk activates, he grows in size. And once more beast mode. You're the only one who can match my strength, Kirishima. How'd you like this? Sent him fucking flying. In that direction, Shiozaki is advancing on the left. She's pulling up with all her twigs and shit. A bereft little lamb from the heavens. He's too strong, can't speak. Koda, I know you're there. Koda isn't coming quietly. Carrying him around will only slow me down. It's better to retreat for now. That's 2 of yours for only 1 of ours. We've got prisoners already. Shishida and Tsuburaba's wild ploy paid off quickly. My bad, Koda. She got me good. Her tongue, though. Both teams have 3 members left, but Class B has the psychological advantage. During the sports festival, Bakugo cracked these things like it was nothing. That guy must have made him tougher. Class B is strong. Will these fearsome moves from my precious students finally be the thing to put Class A in its place? Come on, you're totally biased. Shishida's strength is wild. His sniffer's no joke either. So we got Vlad King is like rooting for his class. Aizo was just chilling, he don't give a fuck. But I'm sure he roots for them deep down. Judging from when he whipped out the capture cloth, his reaction speed in the battle has a ways to go. If they want to take advantage of Shinzo's strength, they need to... What now, Tsuyu? Feels like we're losing. Learning the ins and outs of Shinzo's quirk took a lot of time. We just weren't prepared for them. I should have been quicker with my binding attack. Sorry. No, I should apologize for putting you on the front line. My poor strategizing was to blame. We can seriously get hurt during full-blown battle training. But those were some slick moves you made, and you even managed to save me. You said you're not here to make friends, but I'm a fan of already. Okay, coming out in and making friends. Guess I'm trying to say good job. You're cut out to be a hero for sure. Whatever, so what's the plan now? Okay. Bit of a bland interaction, I'm not gonna lie. But I guess that's nice of Kaminari. So Floppy's coming with an idea. Kaminari, locate your target. Me, the decoy. Okay, back to the other team. Me, the decoy for a sneak attack. Ah, such a sinful deed deserves a good lashing. But losing Subaraba hurt us. A lashing, but it worked out perfectly. Only 3 of them left, and if we capture 2, it's our win. Oh, hold up. Mr. Twitchy got a dip. Enjoy the read through. Thank you for pulling up, man. Appreciate it, bro. The secret's out about Shinzo's voice modifier, so we just gotta snag him, and then we can totally ignore the real pain in the butt. Kaminari. What's this? How'd you even notice that to you? Amazing. It's more amazing that you didn't notice it stick to him, Kaminari. The targets stick to whatever surface you shoot at. Also, the display in those glasses will always show you their position. We've got 3 Asuis heading for us. I shall have to teach them that such schemes are steeped in sin. Man, like Koda. Alright. Okay. It's going decently. Time for chapter 197. We've got 3 Asuis heading for us. Is he losing it? The girl's not Ectoplasm Sensei. There's only 1 Asui. Ooh. Midori, do you think it's that? Yup. That's it. We heard about it but never saw it in action. I can jump really high and stick to walls. My tongue can stretch and I can secrete a poisonous fluid. It really just stings a little. She must have coated the other 2 with it, masking their scents. If even we almost forgot about it, there's no way Class B would expect it. Given Shishida's heightened senses, we should assume that he's always got a lock on our positions. Now we exploit that. He'll be smelling 3 Suyus. As long as we're out of sight, he won't know who's who. Seems like he hasn't noticed my target yet either. The real issue is where the other 2 are. Let's take down Shishida first and worry about them later. His nose and strength are bad news for us. By the way, you doing okay, Suyu? He walloped you good. I managed to take that hit, but I can't go toe-to-toe with him. I swear on my name, Vine, that the schemers will be judged. Man like Coda pulling up. Via Dolorosa. She's got some... That sounds Italian, dog. Her hair looks fire. Vine. Their positions now owe Apocalypse Beast. Interesting dialogue from Coda. That is Coda, right? Wait, MHA Coda. Let me just Google it, because... That is Coda, right? No, it's not Coda. What's her name? I always forget. What's her name? I know this girl's name. Shiozaki. Shiozaki is her name. Okay. Let me play a song. Hold up. I'm trying to find a good song. Give me a second, guys. Okay. At 10, 12, and 2 o'clock, fanning out. They're on the ground, closing in on us fast. And could you not call me that? It's Govorden. Closing in? They must have our locations. None of them have a quirk that can search, right? Hey, Apocabeast. Oi, something stuck to you. Isn't that one of Kaminari's? Captured one. I shall drag them forth. We don't know exactly who's going to show up. Get back, Shishida, just in case it's Kaminari. Ding ding, let me tell you what you've won. Since you're all together, you get a 3-way zapping. Oof. I love the paneling here. Huh? Crucifixion. Faith's shield. The layered vines should seal off his discharge. If necessary, my shield can endure the hit. A flawless counter. You sure about that? Bro, this looks sick, man. Horikoshi's art is good. His action art is really good. You sure about that? I just gotta be within 10 meters of the target for my bolt to make a beeline to it. He's shooting something off of his fingers. Bzz, huh? Close one. Hiryurin's quirk is scales. He can grow tough scales all over his body to launch as projectiles or use as armor. Interesting, that's a sick quirk. More coming, get those vines back up. Very well, positions please. Shishi. Hey. That wasn't me talking just now. Oh, nice on Shinzo. Yikes. Look at all the vines coming from Shishi's location. They must be together. If we get caught, it's over. Do we retreat? Wait, I've got a nasty plan. How about I get myself caught on purpose? Okay, so flashback scene. They're wary of me and I'm the last one they want, right? Plus, during the sports festival, she had to use a whole ton of vines to block my shots. If I charge in there as a mark, she'll have fewer vines to search for you guys with. That's when you two sneak up from behind and... Okay. So, they're sure showing me how much more experience they have. Yeah. Yeah. Too echoey in this space. Can't tell where the voice came from. Shishida, you got a lock on them. Pointing? Just tell me, man. You're too good. You're getting too paranoid. Is one of them over there or what? Hey, talk to me. I know it's safe when we can see each other's lips flapping, but for now, I'd better snap Shiozaki out of it. So they're stressing. Class B is stressing. There we go. She can't be hit by your scale bullets over there. She's got some slick moves after all. Man like Froppy? Shishida, Asui's hiding. Forget Shinsui. Forget Shinso. Give me Asui's position. Why is he mad? So much for communication. Yo! Is that Froppy attacking him? She just booted the man. Tracking those scents told me that the real Asui was back there, which means the one over here is Shinso. You're yapping about how far behind you are, but my, isn't this a surprise? You're already an impressive threat. Yo, he's facing off against him. A Razorhead's trademark. Binding cloth. Good shit. Interesting. However, not enough to take down most villains. Down, a poker beast. No, I won't be brainwashed again. One-on-one, you don't stand a chance. A poker beast. He sent him into him. Hey, Froppy dashed him right into him. Pardon me. Man, Shinso's one tough customer. He's definitely no handicap. Asui and Kaminari thought on their feet and made good use of Shinso's abilities. Wow. Once they sorted out the situation, his presence alone let them control the field. Lagging behind us? Not at all. You're quite powerful, Shinso. No, I have a ways to go. Relying on others isn't good enough. Okay, I need to go pro my strengths alone. Okay, he's sweating. Grrr. Match 1 goes to Class A and Shinso. Good stuff. Good stuff. That was interesting. I like the way it wrapped up. How they used everyone's ability. And they just done this nice combination attack. Shinso obviously got the most spotlight because this match was heavily centered around him. But yeah, good stuff. Next chapter, 198 time. What's good, chat? Of all the series to do a read through of, this nigga smells what's up though. What's good, pal? We reading Joint Training, then it's MVA, then it's whatever. We just need to catch up on MHA, man. We're hearing too much gas on the TL every damn week and I'm not reading. But anyways. These Chinese bangers are just so hard. Alright. Chapter 198. Know where you stand when it counts. Go on. Tell us what you learned. If my opponent doesn't want to engage in a fight, then my quirk's pretty darn useless. In a real fight, I'd be dead meat the second I got caught. I need to give more specific instruction to my bucks. Well, we just had overhaul, bro. Respect yourself. Now, I feel him, though. I feel Kirishima. I need to give more specific instructions to my bucks. I was awesome, right? I feel like Kirishima just got caught easily just because Horikoshi needed to give the others some spotlight. Because the guy's a monster, man. What he did in Overhaul, the way he just got caught just now, just felt cheap. But I understand. Horikoshi has to create these scenarios where people who aren't getting as much shine are getting more shine, which I like. He's trying to utilize his cast as best as he can. So I appreciate that. Little Red Bull. I ain't sponsored. I should have copped a fucking... should have copped a Fiji water. I'm out here drinking Volvic. And my channel name is Fiji. What's wrong with me, man? Somebody tell me what's wrong with me, man. Where's the music at, bro? It's on. I'm playing music. You can't hear it? It's just quiet. Anyways. Chapter 198. Go on, tell us what you learned. Okay. In a real fight, I'd be dead meat. I need to give more specific instructions to my bugs. Kamine saying he's awesome. Go on, feel free to heap on the praise. What's good, pal? Kurishima got hold, but it's okay. It happens, man. That's life. We lost 2. I wanted to win with the whole team intact. It all got a bit chaotic. Oh, I can't speak today. It all got a bit chaotic. Even after everything I learned, I can't talk today. This live reading shit is a headache. After everything I learned, I couldn't even put a fraction of it to use. It's frustrating. Nobody's a pro straight out the gate. It took me 6 whole years to master the binding cloth. Remember that frustration you're feeling and use it as motivation. Right. The 2 who did work studies are quite hard on themselves. Meanwhile, Jamming Ye doesn't know the meaning of modesty. Shinzo's youthful spirit, I love it. Cut that out. Kirishima, focus on setting up direct encounters where you get to brawn. Koda, as suggested, you need to work on your strategizing. Kaminari, your early game was a mess. Does it take losing your allies for you to finally put your talents to actual use? Asuri, you might have messed up, but you reacted quickly and changed course. You all already know what I'm going to say, right? Okay, good stuff, man. Aizawa just gave them all good stuff. Was Shishida your central pillar or was it Shiozaki? With consolidated leadership, you could have won this. Vlad King's got fire in his eyes. He wishes he was Endeavor. Don't ever say he got fire in his eyes. Shiozaki just can't bring herself to deceive others. Failing to take that into consideration ended up costing you. I gave her opponents a chance to strategize. Sorry about that, Shiozaki. Burned by the fires of hell, a certain someone managed to show us his worth though. I look forward to our joint battle. Oi, Shinzo, let's cook up a plan to really make Class A cry. We need a plan of our own. Alright. Interesting stuff. Let's brainstorm and think about what we can do. Combo moves. Woo! We too should concoct. We too should concoct a plan. Is Todoroki the center of our plans? Us too, Bakugo. None of you better slow me down. Injured inferior beings lacking replaceable parts. Please proceed to the nurse's office. We got like a robot there? Who's that? This is it, yes. Why is Midnight getting horny? The springtime of youth. It's winter though. The year will be over before we know it. These kids have pushed their quirks to the limit, created ultimate moves, and dealt with every event and disaster that came their way. Through it all, they've pressed forward. Here they get to measure their strength against their peers for a clear picture of where they really stand. In a sense, this exercise is a comprehensive review. Interesting stuff. I like that perspective. Because this doesn't just serve as a training arc or a tournament arc. It also serves as like a review, just as All Might said. Showing us, you know, because at the end of the day, this is a hero story about kids in a hero school trying to be heroes. And a big point of Battle Shonen like this is seeing that power creep. How characters grow in terms of power. Power is essential to these series. I hate when people hate power scaling like it isn't an integral aspect, because it has to feel organic. It has to feel believable, earned, and logical when you're getting these boosts in power. So giving us these reviews and showing us how much they've grown is good stuff. I actually really like that. And the fact that this works like that is dope. Shingo, what'd you think of him? He did great. The boy's no coward, and it's impressive that he felt frustrated. This is basically the main test for his potential transfer into the hero course. Obviously, this is what he's here for. I expect he'll really step up in his next match. The second match, prepare yourselves. Team 2. So we've got Momo, Hawk Guy MHA. I have to write that. No, not Hawk. Not Hawk. Class 1A Bird Guy MHA. Tokoyami! Bird Guy, that's his name, Tokoyami. So we've got Tokoyami, Aoyama, Invisible Girl, and Momo Yaoyorozu versus Kendo. Yes, that's Kendo, that's her name. Kendo, Kuroiro, Fukidashi, and Komori. I know that Kendo girl, she's kind of important. She played a bit of a big role before. Yaoyorozu, yes Kendo, why didn't you enter the beauty pageant? I was so sure you would. Aizawa Sensei never mentioned that actually. Besides, I wouldn't have been able to given our band practices. After that commercial we did during our internship, people see us as equals. Basically putting us in the same box, you could say. The same box? Seems like people are fans of the whole combo. That same person was screaming Yaoyorozu and Kendo at the culture festival. Idolatry. Cultish worship. Your quirk and grades are way better than mine, but they still lump us together. Honestly, I don't like it. Personally, I've been itching for a chance to go head to head. I wholeheartedly accept your challenge. I didn't see a rivalry coming from this. I thought we were just going to create a friendship, like a bond. I was excited for that. But then she just said, I've been itching for a chance to go head to head? Okay. Tokoyami, you're like me. Is he saying we both niggas? What? We both black? Shihai, Kuroiro, your black quirk allows you to meld with the darkness and move within it. Me and you were connected by fate. Ho. I guess this is satire because, you know, the way Tokoyami reacted is obviously just, I guess, Horikoshi just having fun. Because that was so corny. Me and you were connected by fate. I don't mind it. It's obviously satire, but another who communes with the abyss. A fellow resident of perpetual darkness. And then we got Invisible Girl going, wowee. Good luck to Kendo and Team 2. No more biased announcing. Alright, let's do this. What sort of role does Kendo play in Class B anyway? She's a gal who gets the job done. I mean, she was our class president after all. Turn down the volume. Turn down the volume because she's speaking to the mic guy. See, I don't even get these jokes. Like, I don't even get these fucking breaking the full jokes because I'm an idiot. I forgot their quirks. Without her, we'd have all been sucked into Monoma's orbit by now. She's basically Class B's big sister, Itsuka Kendo. I knew that, yeah. Quick, level-headed decisions. If that's the case, I wonder if Yaoyorozu's operation will work. Operation? They know our quirks for the most part, but we've improved, and we might surprise them with new ultimate moves. So the first thing they'll do is scope us out. Man like Tokoyami going straight for them. I love his quirk, and I love the way Horikoshi draws it, man. It looks so cool. All yours, Kuroiro. Scope you out? No, I'm here to take you out. I'll be back, guys. Dark Shadow has located him. It seems they're directly in front of that towering smokestack. You'll be able to send your companion quite far now, we? Perhaps you've leveled up during your work study? In a way, though Dark Shadow won't last as long when it's farther away. Let's move. Fumikage. They got me. Ah, it's returning. Everyone scatter. Back to me, Dark Shadow. Ooh, Dark Shadow's basically attacking him. Kuroiro popped out of Dark Shadow. Oh, shit. Quirk black. He can meld with blackness. Also, he can meld with blackness. Not darkness. Blackness. Anything black. This guy is... He is the nigger of all niggers. Since improving on his quirk, he can manipulate any black object that he phases into. Only things that can move to begin with, though. Okay, so he can't manipulate like a black pipe, basically. But isn't he going into a black pipe right now? Ah, Fumikage Tokoyami, I'm gonna wear you like a suit. He is my natural foil. Very well. I shall stand against you with the technique Hawks helped me create. Black Fallen Angel. Hawks and Tokoyami is obviously like a dope link up. But anyways, time for chapter 199. We get into Tokoyami spotlight, which I enjoy. I like this guy. He's always been just one of the more entertaining 1AM members, students. Too slow. He's always finished the job on his own. Man like Hawks. Looks drippy. Double Agent. Operation New Improv Moves. Chapter 199. I have 18 more chapters. I'm going to be here for hours. I'm trying to sleep. God damn. That's a little crazy. That is a little crazy. I won't lie to you. A little later than I was expecting. I never knew this read would take so long, but let's just read. Let me see if I can finish it tonight. We'll see. Apparently, this was the first year he scouted someone from the sports festival. Next stop is the cantina where they've got a customer going wild. You guys can handle the rest here. Yep, we sidekicks are mostly on cleanup duty. Hawks is just too darn quick, but he says this way is the most efficient. During my internship, I struggled to keep up, always dealing with the aftermath of his efforts. I started to question why Hawks had chosen me at all. Because we're birds of a feather. Is that meant to be funny? I'm 20% serious, and half of me just wanted to chat with a kid from Class 1A about those punks who attacked you guys, the League of Villains. And wouldn't you know it, there you were, skilled, sharp looking, cream of the crop, a fellow bird who could probably keep up with me. As he interrogated me on the details of the USJ attack, I grew more and more frustrated. I am no dumb carrier pigeon. My week-long internship ended and I'd learned nothing. Then for my work study, he took me under his wing again. There's been plenty happening at UA. You're just hoping to squeeze that info out of me, right, Hawks? Don't insult me, number 3. No, I mean number 2, hero. Little Tsukuyomi is strutting his stuff. He's come a long way. Good work today. Oi, Tokoyami, how about a nice night flight? Hawks, it's like we've become the wind. First time flying, I take it. That final 30% I saw you in action, Tokoyami, and thought, what a waste. Being up in the sky is a great thing. You get a bird's eye view of the world. Not that I'm much for training the next generation or whatever. A waste? What do you mean by that? Focusing on close combat. It's fine to cover for your weakness, but don't forget to improve on your real talents. Let yourself move freely. Listen from one bird bud to another. Those who can fly should. This is fucking dope. I like this shit a lot. That was sick. Hawks playing the big brother role. Why keep yourself grounded, bro? Fly, nigga. I like this. Black Fallen Angel. Sounds cool. Why don't you show me? Tokoyami gonna fly? I can't believe I forgot about this. He's sifting through the shadows. Another solo attacker. How unexpected. This is just like the last match. They're messing with our expectations. In a zone full of pipes, pinning down his location is next to impossible. You alright, Tokoyami? Fumikage Tokoyami. I'm gonna wear you like a suit. He's going after me. I'm his natural prey. You would think that, Class A. This psychological trap was set before the match even began. Scheming hero Vanta Black. This is how I work. That boy is in need of a radical reform. Help! With my speed in this tangled maze of a battleground, the tether between Dark Shadow and Tokoyami will hinder their movement, meaning those Class A fools have no way to hunt me down. Is that what you thought? Dark Shadow, Black Fallen Angel. He looks sick. He's flying. Dark Shadow is always floating, so he can pick me up and carry me around. Don't forget to improve on your real talents. I appreciate it, Hawks. But how? The sky is no longer the limit. Plan A is a bust. Aoyama, use Naval Buffet. Keep flying about, Tokoyami. Enough to alter every shadow around. Dark Shadow, under my cape, now. Flying around and shit, this is lit. The shadows are shifting, which means... There he is, Hagakure. Awesome, he's mine now. I was quite prepared to expect the unexpected. Mushroom growing on her nose? I knew it. All this light means Kuroiro failed. Kendo's already a step ahead. Now for plan B. Mushrooms for all. Everyone, everywhere, every shroom. Okay, interesting. We got Mushroom Girl. Time for Big 200. Let's get it. Bruh, you ain't seen shit yet. You way behind. Yeah, man. We're trying to catch up now, though. That's the plan. Chapter 200. Clever Commander. We got a cover page of... literally, number 200 cover page. Deku, Bakugo, Uraraka, Todoroki... the boy, what's his name? Ida, and then yeah. Oh no, they're totally revealing my curves. How embarrassing! You're invisible. Shut up. Those fungi are spreading across the entire area. Actually, nah. Okay, that actually does make sense. They're revealing them because... yeah, okay, that makes sense. I'm the idiot. I'm sorry. I'm the idiot. These fungi are spreading across the entire area and Kuroiro has vanished from sight. Black wood, cauliflower shroom, yellow night shroom, enoki shroom, inky cat shroom. So how Quirk is obviously mushroom. Spokes shoot from her body and instantaneously grow into fields of mushroom. They spread and grow faster in humid conditions. They even sprout on people's bodies? How freaky. Plan A involves you hijacking Dark Shadow for a sneak attack. Once they come face to face with you, they'll use light attacks. That light will tell us three exactly where you're at. And Dark Shadow won't be much of an asset if the area is all lit up. Even if you can't pull it off, Kuroiro will be ready to close in. I'm counting on you, Kinoku and Fukidashi. Here goes plan B. A two-tiered operation. I should have known. Stay calm, everyone. We need to regroup. Crash. Boom. Wabam. Nice page here. What? Look, what is all that? Quirk comic. I'm on top of my game. He brings onomatopoeia to life. That boom was more like kaboosh. He's blowing up the building by saying crash, boom, whamma bam. That's fucking lit. Why does it say Jime Jime? He's making things humid to make the shrooms grow out of control. It's a humidifier. Hagakure, our long-range attack boys are unbind, huh? And how are they going to deal with these sound effects overseas? Who cares? Look, that wall cut off Yaoyorozu from the group. We've isolated the brains of the operation. Now to take her down by force. Shield. She's crushed my tungsten shield so easily. Big fist! That's her quirk, yeah. Her hands can grow huge. Her strength grows just as much. Hand to hand is my field of expertise, you know. I might actually win. So we're getting this rivalry, this face-off, obviously, as confirmed by the pre-match interaction. Not necessarily the best tactic. If she isolated Yaoyorozu because she's wary of her, she might have misread things. Huh? Kendo, You're wrong, Kendo. I'm still no more than a fool, an utter novice. So when you speak as if I'm somehow superior, I can't afford to disgrace myself. Momo, pull it together and show her everything you've learned. If they knew the threat Yaoyorozu posed, all four of them would have teamed up and crushed her right off the bat. Todoroki has mad respect for her because of that team up they had against Aizawa, right? I remember that. Because rising to the challenge is Momo Yaoyorozu's specialty. Volume 21, Why He Gets Back Up, ended. Time for chapter 201. Chapter 200 was given to Yaoyorozu. Nice stuff. I like that. Decent chapter. This volume cover is pretty gorgeous. I'm not going to lie. We got... Wow. Yeah, that is a nice cover. We got Deku, Todoroki, Bakugo, Yaoyorozu, Kendo, and Tetsu, and Ida, of course. Nice stuff. Volume 22. I'm changing the song. Is that Mount Lady or Midnight? No, that's Mount Lady, yeah. That Which is Inherited, chapter 201 of My Hero. Oh, the name of the volume is That Which is Inherited. Okay, chapter 201, Foresight. Oh, come on, a cannon? It takes quite a bit of time to create something so big. She could kill someone with that thing. No, it has to be a bluff. Wait, the wall maybe? Apologies for frightening at you. This is one out-of-control plan. Right at the moment of impact, that's when I grow my fists. Double jumbo fist. What? You're not trying to blow it up? Launching something over instead? The moment this turned into a brawl, your type of fight, I knew I didn't stand a chance by myself. However... Someone screaming, Invisible Girl. Yaoyorozu's been isolated as well. They hide and employ siege tactics meant to slowly squeeze the fight out of us. They're strong, obnoxiously so. Komori, Fukidashi, Kurohiro. If we can't locate those three, then this battle's already over. However, together we can win this. Dark Shadow, Gotcha, Yaoyorozu's lucky bag. These are... Oi, Komori. I caught him, Aoyama. Good going, okay? That's our Kurohiro. You sure they don't know where we are? Because it looks like he's heading our way. Man like Dark Shadow, thermal goggles. Everything's clear when peering through these. Gaze long into the abyss and the abyss gazes back. Lucky bag, what good fortune. These are goggles and ethanol, an antifungal spray. Judging from the goggles' design, those were meant for you, Tokoyami. Her words couldn't reach us, but the message was loud and clear. Hey, she's supplying the whole team. Back there, Yaoyorozu was already planning this? Whoa, Tokoyami is zooming straight at Komori. Coming for you too. I thought it was weird how you Class B guys didn't have shrooms growing all over you. With your positions revealed, you're in my crosshairs, and there's no hiding from the coming storm. As Hawks would say, speed beats power. Abyssal Black Body, Sabbath. Gas. Komori, too fast, better find some black to hide in. Are you looking for something black? Enjoy my cape. Aye! Caught them both. With those two immobilized, there's little to fear. Let's make for the cage and... Fumikage. Sorry, I kept those under wraps because they're not as cute. But if we're about to lose, then I guess I have no other option. My windpipe. Split gill shrooms attack the lungs. Fucking hell. She went for him dirty, bro. She's trying to kill him. What's going on? I can't see her. Gotta take down Fukudashi quick and go help the others. I'm worried about Tokoyami. Momoyao too. Invisible is invincible. Is that her catchphrase? Sorry, I'm late. Kendo, I'm saved. Wait, what's that? Don't worry, she's out cold, but she pulled a fast one on me and tied me to her cannon. It's kind of hard to get around with this. With everything she created, she had such amazing foresight. So this doesn't really feel like I beat her, yeah. It doesn't. Because you have to carry a cannon around and she supplied a whole team with enough weapons to defeat your team. You had to resort to that, Komori? didn't have much choice. Kendo lives up to her rep. I just hope she doesn't lose heart over this. Yaoyorozu will make a fine leader someday. She showed that plus ultra spirit in all sorts of ways out there. Match 2 is over. Class B wins 4-0. Good stuff. So Yaoyorozu didn't end up getting the win, but she still proved herself splendidly. Chapter 202, Match 3. Sorode Tokoyami, want a throat lozenge? Keep your pity. You can get some medicine from Recovery Girl. She's violating. They require training in order to go stronger? Absurd. We must summon the school nurse. Humans are so utterly inefficient. Fucking robot. They wrecked the place real good. That's just how training is in the hero course. They went overboard with the destruction though. Fukidashi Kendo, you should keep the damage to a minimum. Since we should probably switch sectors, you're thinking we should take a breather? Sure. Class B sure is full of tough customers. Right back at ya. Those are some huge moves you pulled off, Fukidashi. But it messes up my throat. Gotta put up with the pain. Needless to say, it's not just their quirks. They've grown mentally too, which further enhances their quirks. Writing it all down, huh? Man like Deku with his notebook. I like that, man. I respect this about Deku. He actually takes this school shit, this hero shit very seriously. You've grown too, Deku. I hope so. Not as much as me, though. Midoriya. Yes. I am here. Unremarkably. Got a minute? Those two are chummy. Any more weirdness since you know what? Nah, not really. I see. I'm planning to ask Gran Torino if my master ever mentioned anything. In the meantime, watch yourself, okay? In match 5, you'll face Shinzo again, who triggered those vestiges before. Right. Oi. Achan, you startled me. For guys who made me swear not to blab, you sure do sneak around out in the open. Don't me. So, something happened with One for All? The power misfired? Sounds like 1 step forward, 2 steps back. So how long before this power is really yours, huh? Because I'm already stronger than the last time we rumbled. That makes me nervous, with a smile on his face. In his own special way, he's showing he cares. That stupid grin grinds my gears, so knock it off. Or perhaps not. Okay. I'm not gonna lie, Deku and Bakugo, the dynamic I'm not a huge fan of. Individually as characters, I like them, but I feel like Horikoshi could do a lot more with their dynamic. Because I feel like he's been beaten around the bush quite a bit. I like their fight. But the changes ever since, they're very subtle. And they're nuanced in a way that I don't find too satisfying. I'm not going to deny the nuance, but it's very subtle to the point where it's like there's been a change in their dynamic ever since their fight. But the way they interact isn't as serious, you know? It's more serious than before, but it isn't as serious as I'd like it to be. But we'll see. I've heard a lot of things have happened in later chapters focused around these two, so we'll see what happens between these two's dynamic. But I don't know. People always talking about Bakugo and Deku like they're like the Naruto and Sasuke of My Hero, but I don't think that's the case. I just think the all for one, one for all plot takes the main stage. Naruto and Sasuke were like the two most prominent characters together. Their dynamic was the driving force of the series. But anyways, I don't know why I'm making that comparison. Let's just read. Now that we've moved to a new area, on to the next match. Participants for the third match, please prepare yourself. Hey! We got Ida and Todoroki in one team. It's going to be interesting. And they're going off against Tetsu. I know Todoroki's burning this nigga. Time for chapter 203. Endeavor Agency. Yo! I'm going to get to see my goal. We've got loads of team up applications and interview requests coming in. Should we handle them the usual way? Yeah, just add the potential team ups to the list for now. With Fuyumi's help, I finally got Shoto's contact info. He's trying. There's something I need to tell you just this once. Don't ignore me, Shoto. I know you've read these. This isn't like back then. Shut up, man. Don't be entitled, Endeavor. Don't be entitled. Shoto, how are you? Talk to me. Waiting for reply. Red. I like that he's not writing those things, though. It's in his head. Obviously, he feels entitled. Don't ignore me, Shoto. But he's still trying his best in those texts and putting that face on it, fighting against his inner demons of that entitlement and possessiveness and his problems he had before, trying to turn Shoto into this monster and this weapon. He's literally saying now, I know I didn't consider your thoughts and feelings. Stand, don't be so damned soft. But now that I'm starting down a path towards being the man I want to be, let me teach you that technique as a real father would. Come on, don't just ignore me, Shoto. Ah! I love this guy so much. I love Endeavor. Shoto! Is he crying? Isn't he in class? The boss's Shoto-itis is getting worse by the day. It's cute, man. I love Endeavor, man. This father-son shit is just so adorable in stories, man. Are you sick? I didn't realize you could catch colds. I'm fine, I think. Almost there. Let's spread out just like we planned. I would expect him to catch even more colds, considering he's going from boiling hot to freezing cold every day. Tetsu, they have to be idiots to come charging right at us. And they might set traps. Maybe not. I'd go charging in if I were them. Their strongest strategy is to have Shoji assess the situation with Todoroki as the main attacker. If we stay grouped up in this wide open space... Raw, they came straight in. Todoroki pulling in straight. Massive ice blast. That big blast is as strong as ever. No fair. Well, you can tell he's improved because this pile of ice isn't blocking his view. So Todoroki's on the other side of the ice. Where's everyone else? Honenuki can soften the ground all he likes. It won't matter when there's a layer of ice on top. I'll wipe them out now while they're slowed down. Recipro. Basta. Just try us. Man like Tetsu. I like him. He's just so likable, man. That ice blast is nothing. If you come at us all hellbent with your fire, I wouldn't have been able to fight back. Mudman. His quirk is softening. Any non-living thing he touches turns soft. So he can fight against ice, not fire. Exactly. Thanks, Juzo. That's one soft and flexible counterattack. Incidentally, he got into Class B on special recommendation. Similar to Todoroki, right? He must have used his power before the ice could stop him in his tracks. That took great reflexes. Better retreat for no... Whoa. Found one. I took the opportunity to soften the surrounding area. Be careful with your footing, okay? He improvised that. Or was Hononiku that good at predicting? They don't call him flexible for nothing. I see why this guy got into my special rec. Ojiro's all mine. His quirk is gyrate. He can spin any part of his body like a drill. That is lit. Look what he's doing with his arm. Oh, imagine punching someone with a spinning arm. Like, that looks sick. Can't block this. Ojiro, your feet are only as fast as the ground is solid. Did you notice that I've softened the ground beneath the ice too? You could potentially be a pain later on, so I'd better sink you down now and keep you trapped. Are you attempting to put an end to our teamwork? Your villains are the embodiment of cunning. He's really getting into the roleplay, huh? Shoji, Pony Tsunotori, Quirk, Horn Cannon. Well, we were sure that your scout Shoji would hang back in safety. Like, say, right behind Todoroki. So she can shoot horns and control up to 4 of them at a time. Better not skimp on horn care. Okay. I don't know why that broke my engagement there. Her introduction. The introduction exposition is nice usually, but this just came boom. I was really into that action there, and then just had to read a bunch of text. She's much stronger than expected. Yeah, she don't look strong at all, so if she's doing this to you guys, she must be. Horn dash hammer. You and your stupid ice, always so freaking cold. You're freezing my steel butt off, Todoroki. So I'm coming at you barehanded, okay? You think you can take me on? That Tetsu, he learned from my mistakes. Now I doubt he's thinking that hard. Honoriki's really running the show. You jerk. Sorry. Recipro's on a timer, right? Maybe you shouldn't have used it at the start. Anyway, I'd better go back up Tetsu. A timer? Who told you that, Mudman? Ingenium is always ready to run wherever, whenever. These legs get the job done, and I've been at full throttle this whole time. New style, Recipro, Turbo. Man like Ida showing out. I'm excited for this Todoroki vs Tetsu though. Time for chapter 204. We're going at this at a good pace. I'm going to finish the arc today. We're finishing the arc today. How long is MVA? Let me go find out how long My Villain Academia is. My Villain Academia arc. It is 22 chapters. I'll read that tomorrow as well. Not tomorrow, maybe the day after, but we'll see. I need to get a video out. Right now I'm just streaming. I need to get a video out. I'm going to get a video out soon. Hopefully tomorrow I'll work on that and get that sent to an editor. Gore warning. We're getting gore in a second. Anyways, chapter 204. Tuning up. For real? Tenya, congrats on the provisional license. You must be overworking those engines, huh? And since you're so grown up now, I'm thinking it's about time you need one. Ida is so lame, man, but his quirk isn't that bad. Ida's cool. I kind of like Ida. He's had an interesting arc. You know. His character's been a bit bumpy. He had that whole focus in the hero killer Stain arc, which was interesting. He was a bit annoying during that arc, but he grew from there, you know. But yeah, you must be overworking those engines, huh? And since you're so grown up now, I was thinking it's about time you need one. Right, Mum? Well, it feels a little soon, but maybe. An engine tune-up. If you rip out your own exhaust pipes and continue to train, new ones will regenerate. Ones that withstand the increased burden. Grandpa decided to start this family of heroes so that we could race towards anyone and everyone in need. He decided to pass down this bit of knowledge. You have to endure some excruciating pain, but if you're determined to run farther and faster... He's fucking ripped out his turbo shit? He ripped out the exhaust pipes? And have new ones? That's lit. I've maxed out Reciproc's horsepower and minimized fuel consumption. It lasts 10 minutes. For 10 minutes, nobody can stop me. Are you trying to catch us off guard with your new move? My phone is dinging off. I move a bit too fast to retain full control. Oh, he's gone too fast. This is really bad. I'm no match for him. End of the road, Mudman. Sorry, but I'm not so stubborn to keep going when I'm clearly at a disadvantage. Though I hate to leave unfinished business behind, this doesn't feel like a fight I can win. In which case, I ought to hurry over and support Tetsu in the rest. So he's trying to run. Ida's gonna catch him. Come on. He's made the ice solid again. Is he hiding before unleashing a counterattack? No, he knows firsthand that won't work on me. Did he rush off toward Todoroki and the others? Reciprocal Turbo. Wow, that's so much faster than even Gran Torino. Ever since you started with that shoot style or whatever, Ida seems to have gotten his mojo back. I still need him to teach me some kicking moves. Oi, look at Ojiro. Ojiro's fighting against the twisty nigga. He's fighting so normally. The way he's getting beat is so ordinary. It's like Ojiro hasn't changed at all. Come on, man. What's this heavy feeling in my chest? Dodging alone won't win this fight. All of my attacks get deflected. And when I defend those hardened support items on his fingers, grind me down. Talk about brutal, Kaibara. You're done. He's getting bodied. Ida pulled up. Look how quick he got there. Oh, I love the way this page is drawn. This guy's body twisting, it's sketched so gorgeously. The shading on Ojiro looks sick. The way Ida is drawn sketchy in so you can see the motion, the speed. Bruh, Horikoshi is he's a top tier artist. This is incredible. What a great panel. I'll put Spiral in prison, so I must leave the battlefield for now. I'll be back shortly. He's just grabbing the dude and taking him to the fucking prison and coming back probably in like 10 seconds. That's how fast he is. In the meantime, support Todoroki because Mudman is probably headed his way. I'll be back in a flash. You got it. You're also speaking faster now, Ida. And I read that shit fast. You know what I'm saying? We in tune. Hey, what's good, Arden? I'm glad you got here for your favorite match. This is probably my favorite match so far too. It's been going really nicely. I like Ida. I like Tetsu. I like Todoroki. What's good, Aokiji? Hey, we Fiji now, bro. We got rid of the owl. We just Fiji. I heard the anime slapped like hell with this scene, hopefully. Toming, reading Ippo, just finished Ippo vs. Gedo. Hype for Miyata vs. Randy. Let's go. Miyata vs. Randy, top 3. Greatness. Ippo vs. Gedo is probably one of the weakest fights in the series, but it's still interesting because you get some nice Ippo and coach work. Great stuff, man. I hope you're having fun with that. No, I'm not trying to listen to this. I want to listen to another song. Anyways, My Hero Art is easily top 1 in Jump right now. I haven't read everything in Jump. I would say the only one I could see contending with it is probably Dr. Stone because Boichi slaps. But we'll see. I need to read Dr. Stone. It's definitely better than Jujutsu Kaisen in my opinion. I do prefer it to JJK's quite a bit. Anyways, in the meantime, support Todoroki. Yeah, I read this. Honenuki must have given you the slip, right? You saw what a pain he can be, so shouldn't you go after him instead? This is no time for you to be interrupting our one-on-one fighting, Genio. This is how my brother would proceed, so I would do the same. If I cannot take proper action during training, then how can I hope to act when it counts? About 2 minutes earlier, why you? My fist. So we're getting a 1v1 between Todoroki and Tetsu. Since he turns into steel, a little cold doesn't slow him down much. Tetsu, I've got a lot to learn from you. The ice ain't doing squat, but he keeps trying it. Rookie move. My steel fist of justice is gonna make ice cubes out of your defense. Then how about a wall of flames? Yo! The art is just lit, man. What's Tetsu saying? You handle Tsunotori, right? Come on, retreat. Give me some distance. Do you have any clue as to why I decided to take you on? Figured it out yet? Because your stuff doesn't work on me. Time to strike while the iron is hot. The heat is turning red. Fight on, Tetsu Tetsu. This was part of my quirk training. You ever spend a day inside a furnace? Tetsu Tetsu, pin down Todoroki. Don't let him get away. Overwhelm him in close combat to keep him from firing for massing views. Half and half can't put a dent in me. I bulldoze past my limits to steel myself like this. Raise your body heat right up to the limit. And then surpass that limit. Of course you can do it, you just haven't tried. So he's talking about what Endeavor said to him. I hate him, mommy. I don't want to be like daddy. Just keep pounding away till you're out cold. Remember this, you possess a hidden power greater than any other. Why am I thinking of that now? Oh, crap. Oh, Todoroki's gonna snap. Todoroki's gonna go crazy. Time for chapter 205. I'm excited. I'm genuinely excited. I really like Todoroki. Like, if you've been watching this read through from the start, you can see that was the first time I got really excited. Because when it's Midoriya on screen, maybe even Bakugo and Todoroki, I'm excited. I like these characters. I'm genuinely excited in seeing them. But for the previous 11 chapters, it wasn't as engaging. But let's go. Tetsu Tetsu vs Todoroki, chapter 205, Detour. Let's get it. Move that a bit. Raise your body heat right up to the limit. If neither cold nor heat phases him. Without control over your flames, going all out is dangerous. But you finally put aside your childish rebellion. You're ready to replace me. To surpass me even. Your power is your own. Get back. More. Even hotter. I can get hotter. Ignite myself. Get back unless you want to melt. The heat's fried the cameras. To become the person I want to be. Go! Go! Young Todoroki, firepower on par with Endeavor. Ouch, that's hot. Heat. Insane heat. I get it, Todoroki. I really do, because I'm holding all that heat inside me too. I get how rough this is on you. There's no way you can keep this up. And if that's the case, an endurance battle. That's my specialty. Go freaking beyond. Aye, this is lit. Listen, this will end up being a whole lot worse than just a few burns for you. Anyone who isn't ready to die in training won't risk it when it matters either. Limits are there to be broken. Do you ever shut up? The heat is reaching us all the way over here. Better hurry back to help. Sorry, Tentacle, but I always trot right past the octopus tank at the aquarium. I can't stand the things. I'm no stranger to being feared. So it's time to finish this. I'm gonna lock you up. So we're getting these two fighting. I didn't expect any of this from me. I'm not gonna lie, what I care about is the other fight, but these two are fighting now. Got you. Grab. Thanks for the assist. Tornado tail dance. Ojiro. Oh, Ojiro pulled up. Nice. Good stuff. You're not much of a threat if you can't shoot your horns. Oh, the way you got me, so darn ordinary. I'll tie her up and get her to jail. Todoroki needs your help. Crap, it's Hononuki. I'll be taking Tsunotori back now. We're actually friends, you know. What's the matter, Todoroki? Slowing down? Youch. You're not as quick as before either. I'm getting dizzy and my body's not listening to me. I have to disengage for a bit and cool off. Surpass that limit. Look at the way Todoroki is drawn on this page. Like, is there a way for me to just hold up. Let me just. Nah. Why can't I find anything? Forget it. I was gonna do something, but forget it. I can't have you melting our tets. Honenuki, crap. Heat's gone. Losing consciousness. Now harden. This time you won't get away from me, mud man. Yo, man like Ida pulled up. You're out cold, Todoroki. Sorry I'm late. You wait. No running away. You'll kill for what you did. Save them first. People first. Take this to heart, villains. The rescue takes top priority. Damn it, I'm done for. From a single hit. Even though he claimed he couldn't handle that speed, I never should have put off dealing with Ida. Have we lost? Once I black out, my softening comes undone. Unlike Yaoyorozu, I can't leave anything behind as a memento. No regrets. If we lose, we lose. But are my friends losing because of me? I won't let that happen. Push it down, Tetsu Tets. Yo, this is a very interesting page. This looks sick. Look at that. All fighters are down for the count. Yo! They actually win. That was a great fight. Match 3, the best by far. By far. Chapter 206 time. All fighters are down for the count, but they're not technically out of the game until they're thrown in prison. How will this play out? Match 3 conclusion, chapter 206. My left arm and left leg, they're too heavy. I don't have enough power with just one leg. I'm sorry. If only I'd been one step faster in reaching you. Ida's still conscious, but he's going nowhere fast. It appears that Kaibara's humble resistance have left a mark. Our spinning boy did all he could to slow down his jailer just before being thrown in the slammer. Well done, Kaibara, you're the real MVP. Hey, man like Loafer. Appreciate the donation, man. How am I doing? I'm doing amazingly. I hope you're doing well too. Finally managed to catch a live stream. I really appreciate the donation, bro. You the GOAT. I've been good, man. I'm just trying to start live streaming and making videos more frequently. Just creating content more frequently, hopefully. So we're going to be live streaming MHA, catching up to MHA. I'm going to upload all these VODs onto my second channel, like it says in that pinned message in the chat. I'm going to try to read Tokyo Ghoul on the channel, post that onto the second channel as well. Maybe read JoJo. There's a lot I want to do, man. But yeah, I'm taking suggestions. So let me know what you want to see. If everyone's down for the count, then Class A keeps a 1-0 lead. I'm afraid not, Ashido. Have you been too distracted by this bombastic battle to notice what else was going on? While Tetsu and Todoroki's intense fight unfolded, the tides of the battle shifted. Shoji and Pony. I thought she was all tied up with Ojiro's tail. Where's Ojiro? Let me tell you. Crap, it's Honenuki. The more you writhe and struggle to escape, the looser your grip on her becomes. This is too much. Fist of the tail, swamp, smack, spin. The alliteration, crazy. That did it, Ojiro. He generated such incredible force from just that. You run on ahead, Honenuki. Skewer me all you like, I'm not letting go. Fine by me if you don't let go. Quad horn power will send you straight to jail. Again, fighters are still in the game as long as they're outside of the cage. By the same token, once they're locked up, it's over. It doesn't matter how they're thrown in there. Will the biding hold long enough? The score is now 1-1. These 4 are incapacitated. What about Kaibara? If he's caught, it's 1v1. I can't let Shoji catch me. Todoroki. What now? I couldn't beat Shoji while controlling all 4 horns before, so I don't stand a chance if I can't even use them to attack now. Getting Todoroki into prison would put us in the lead, but carrying all 3 of these is going to slow me down. Shoji will catch up before I reach the cage. And if I lose now, we all lose. In that case, from way up high, out of your reach, I'll bide my time. We may not win, but I refuse to let us lose. I can't bear the thought of leading my team to defeat. The score stands at 1-1. 20 minutes have elapsed. Match 3 is over. It's a draw. That was a smart move. If I can't win, I'm going for the draw. If I know I can't win, I don't want to lose. So I'm going for the draw. I ain't taking an L. We have a large number of injured juveniles. The nursing instructor will be working overtime. They were just stalling. No fair. In real life, fleeing and waiting for rescue services is a perfectly reasonable strategy. Ida, you must feel so frustrated. In light of the multiple knockouts, evaluation will come later, just like with match 2. Match 4 fighters, prepare yourselves. He was awesome out there. Nurse's office, Todoroki waking up. Eat a Snickers. Ojiro already had one and is headed back. Todoroki, our teams might have tied, but I'm taking this as a loss. That heat was something else. I can't wait to rumble again. Pipe down. A tie. Essentially, if I'd been faster, we could have won. Ida, I was still too slow, and utterly helpless against Honenuki's softening tactics. I vaguely remember you saving me though. If you'd come at us all hellbent with your fire, I wouldn't have been able to fight back. Ice as my go-to opening move is a bad habit of mine. It's practically become instinctive for me. No, you were plenty fast. I was too slow. I was slow and it wound up being your problem. I've got to become a hero who's actually reassuring. He's thinking of All Might who he wants to become. Nonsense. You unreliable? I won't hear of it. Ouch. I'm in a run toward those in need, wherever, whenever. Especially since I'm determined to inherit Ingenium's mantle. Schwip. Your fire and your recipro, in my mind, those are challenges I've yet to overcome. How about a rematch someday? Sure. If you boys are feeling better, then get back to the ground. This is no time for chitter-chatter. Ah, yes, ma'am. The match will begin once everyone's in position. Match 4, start. We have got the boy Bakugo on it. It's a Bakugo match, so it's going to be interesting. If it's Bakugo, it's interesting. Yikes, you're seriously suggesting that? That sort of strategy? No way, man. Did I stutter? Come on, Bakugo. Bro, Bakugo's annoying as fuck to other characters, but he's entertaining as fuck. I actually kind of like him. This is it. Each class has a single win, so if you lose or tie the next one, you guys can no longer say you beat us. Kaminari's like, chill out, man. You're taking this too far. I know I've been waiting for match 4 in particular. Yes, sir. Why you ask? Because Tokage is in the mix. Bakugo had better be ready. Let's do this. Setsuna Tokagi is the other one in the Class B who got in on special recommendation. Let's just say she's one nasty customer. Kachan, keep your eyes on me, Deku, you dweeb. Like, he's annoying as fuck. This man, Bakugo, he's annoying as fuck. Man's just calling Deku a dweeb for no reason. But, like, he's just entertaining. So I'm looking forward to this. Time, chapter 207. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. On this terrain, Sero and Jiro are definitely going to be trouble. Chapter 207 is called Early Bird. Then there's Sato and Bakugo, who both pack a punch. Their team is super balanced. If we lose the initiative in this fight, we're dead meat. Who cares about that? Let me just carve them up. That's enough out of you. Early Bird gets the worm. Victory is as simple as that. So we've got Yosetsu Awase, who's got this little forehead band, spiky hair. We got Togaru Kamakiri, who actually looks a lot like Tokoyami. And then we got Setsuna Tokage. Time for match 4. Each class has one win and a tie from the last match. But if you're thinking they're evenly matched, guess again, because Class A's single win was mostly thanks to Shinso. Evenly matched? I think not. That's just mean, Vlad Sensei. Being so cold-blooded fits the vampire motif, I guess. He just loves his class a little too much. Still, that is enough. But Sensei, this is a legit protest. Are you planning to complain over every little failure once you go pro? Class B came up with better strategies. That much is evident. And Vlad is really showing me up. Did we expect any better from the troublemakers? I mean, it's no wonder that your inexperience gets you caught up in so many disasters. Ha 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 ha. Class B has also been training and getting stronger day by day. But I didn't expect Class A to be on the ropes like this. You like Class A, don't you, mate? I like all the kids. I'm eager to see what you can do, Bakugo. Hurry up, you slowpokes. But I'm trying to listen as we move. Whatever, just keep up. It's always follow the leader with him. Guy hasn't changed since the sports festival, and to think it almost seemed like he was ready to cooperate. Shut up and listen, minions. Just follow my lead. I'm going to lead this charge while you back me up from behind. Along the way, Lobes will keep her ears open and try to locate the enemy goons. Huh? We're going straight for the kill? But the whole team specializes in counter moves. Since we've got Jiro, why not play it safe and wait for an opening? Idiot. That's exactly why we got to make the first move, or we're dead in the water. We don't wait around for openings. We smash in and make our own. As soon as we spot them, they're ours. So, Bakugo's mindset here, it actually might be smart in a sense, because if the opposing team specializes in counters, they're probably used to having to go. If you specialize in counters, as a hero, what you want to do is you want to strengthen your weaknesses. So if you specialize in counters, you're going to try your hardest to be strongest and to be very good at attacking, because you specialize in counters by your quirk. So outside of your quirk, all your training is probably going to be dedicated towards being good at attacking, because people know you specialize in counters, so they don't want to attack you. You have to attack them. So by Bakugo going in to attack them, it's like this reverse psychology kind of thing, because he's going to go in there going straight to attack these counter specialists, when at the end of the day, it's like they're counter specialists, but they're also very used to going out for attacks. Maybe I just overcomplicated things and tried to justify Bakugo's, idiocy, hot-headedness, and rashness, but we gotta do what we gotta do. You see that picture of a book, a slim book saying the character, and then a massive book saying the things I made up about him? That's essentially what I just did. Stop, they're here. Lobes, have a name, They've got to be close. Find them. Listening. I love how this is drawn. What's the hold up? Hang on. Oh no, they've got us. Yes, it's all over now. Is that a mouth? I've turned Jiro's searching skills against them. Tokage, lizard tail splitter. That's the name of the quirk. Since training her quirk, she can handle up to 50 pieces. Splits her body up and controls the flying pieces. On some Gaara shit. These hits ain't too strong, but they're too small to target. This will keep Tokage from getting us. In here, Bakugo. Like I said, it's all over. Glue squall. We're trapped. Woo, I did it. Just like Setsuna planned. This guy's name is Kojiro Bondo. Change your name, bro. There's no way you can have a fucking trash can for a head and your name is Kojiro. Change your name. That is actually disrespectful, Horikoshi. What are you doing? Change your name. I'm calling you Bond. Quirk Semadyne. He shoots glue and he can control how quickly it dries. This way. And then we got Togaru Kamakiri, whose quirk is razor sharp, makes blades pop out of his body. He looks like an animal. Is he supposed to be human? Do we ever get that explained? Is there like a law around people like Tokoyami and this guy who just look like animals? Is there like another species in the My Hero verse alongside humans that came from the existence of quirks? Because these guys don't look human. Their designs don't look human. Like people like Tokoyami and this Togaru Kamakiri guy. Does not look human. But their quirk has nothing to do with that. Tokoyami's got Dark Shadow. And this guy's got like blades popping out of his body. Mr. One type shit. She made plenty of noise to keep him from realizing we're getting close. Then Bondo coated the pipes and tape with his glue. Once that stuff sticks to them, they ain't going anywhere. They're using all of our moves against us. At least you two can get away. Man like Deku saying our moves and he's not even part of the game. He really considers that his class, like his people then. That's your move. There's nothing to protect him from that. Hey, Ronimus said buggy quirk. Yeah, you're spitting. That's your move? There's nothing to protect him from me now. And nobody beats me when it comes to speed. Let's start with the biggest nuisance, Jiro. Save by winning and win by saving. I've gotten stronger, you know. Save by winning and win by saving. Is that supposed to be like a motif? Of like a dialogue motif of what's it called? My Hero from here on? Save by winning and win by saving. I actually really like that term. That statement, I guess you can say that quote. Chapter 208 times, guys. Tokoyami literally a bird, right, Townsy? I'm waiting for that animal explanation, bro. The only animal with a quirk is the principal. Some quirks in My Hero really fuck people over. Imagine being invisible forever. Man's got a beak and all. Tokoyami literally got the beak, bro. It's not just Dark Shadow. This nigga an animal. Unless, like, you know, there's animals in the verse. I guess that's fine. It don't need to be explained. Bakugo is the GOAT. Loved him in the last movie. Bakugo is straight up the best developed character in the series. No cap. Whether you like his personality or not. I think he's had some pretty good writing so far, Bakugo. But, yeah. It's not really my preference. The kind of character he is. His personality, his attitude, his dialogue. I feel like he's very sensationalized, over the top, just annoying, bratty teen, just shut the fuck up sometimes. That's why I never liked him from the anime, but reading, I give him my own voice, so I don't really hate him. I actually don't mind him in the manga, even though his dialogue can be corny and annoying. But Bakugo ain't the worst. I think his writing's pretty good. He's probably like a top 10 character for me at this point. But I definitely lean towards Midoriya. Even in terms of writing, I think Midoriya is a better character than Bakugo. Todoroki, I love his entire drama with his family. Masterclass stuff. Endeavor is obviously my favourite character. All Might is second. Mirio is one of my favourite characters. Phenomenal. Toming asked me Todoroki or Bakugo. Todoroki, very easily. Very easily. My favourite in Class 1A though, my favourite character of all the kids is Deku. Definitely. One of the most refreshing protagonists in Jump. In a battle shonen ever. But obviously right now I'm at chapter 208. When I catch up, maybe this will change. Maybe Bakugo will end up being my favorite character. Who knows? Save by winning or win by saving is what All Might talked about with Deku and Bakugo. Bakugo wants to win, so he should use his drive to save people. Win by saving. Thank you very much, Ardin. So that's where it came from. From the way it was framed at the end of the last chapter, it felt like this is something that has been mentioned and delved into in the past. So, yeah. Deku slept on as an MC. I'm sure he is, man. He's the kind of person people just don't like. I think he's really good, man. Shigaraki is going to be top 1 after 50 chapters. We'll see about that. But yeah, thank you very much, Arden. If you guys spot any cool foreshadowing, any callbacks, any bits of dialogue, anything I don't understand, any little, you know, cool discoveries or connections, anything in terms of theme, please let me know in the chat. I'd really appreciate that, because I'm trying to enjoy the series as best as I can, and I'm having a blast reading it on this read through. This joint training has been a blast so far. I'm really enjoying this arc. I'm most excited to see Deku Shinso stuff, but yeah, this has been great. Time for chapter 208, match 4 conclusion. Back to reading. I'm not going to look at the chat for a minute. You sleeping on the job, Takagi? For real. One more thing, when you guys are in trouble, I'll save you. Block my blast, huh? I guess bugs do have quick reflexes. Try this. It's not smart to take Bakugo on directly. I should retreat. Right? What's this? Do my eyes deceive me? It almost looked like he protected Jiro just now. He sure did, by kicking her. Don't worry, Monoma. He's got sides to him you wouldn't expect. Your vision's just fine. He even backed us up during the provisional license exam. You mean he's gotten character development? Bit of meta going on here. It's true though, this is the first time we've seen him put all on the line for someone else. Thanks. Shove it, they escaped, so go find him. Whether it's class training or whatever, I made a pledge. I will achieve absolute victory every time. We're taking this 4-0, no casualties. The strong don't settle for anything less. Let's go! This is why we like Bakugo. He's entertaining as fuck. He's easy to fall in love with. He's also easy to hate. We don't stand a chance in a straightforward brawl, so if we fail to capture them, make a quick retreat. You know what? I'm going to talk to the chat real quick. This stream is going to be longer than I wanted it to be, but I do want to talk to the chat real quick because we've got some interesting conversations going on, right? I find Deku unrelatable. I like him, but I can't relate at all. He's been unlucky in chapter 1. Everything after that was hardcore luck if you really think about it. I don't want to trash talk him. I love Deku, but I can't relate to him. I don't think everything for him has been lucky, because I think for Deku, he's actually been put in one of the most backhanded situations I've seen. It's very like, it's like a double-edged sword. People are not born equal. This is one of the most important messages of My Hero Academia, right? People are not born equal. So he was born with no quirk. But then he was given a quirk that isn't just a quirk. It's a quirk that gave him one of his dreams and could potentially turn him into the strongest hero in the world. But it's also the biggest responsibility of any hero ever. He has been given something that's more than just a quirk. It's the biggest responsibility. So seeing how that affects his psyche, seeing how it affects his different interactions, how he's become so driven, so determined, how he feels fear when he met All For One and how terrified he was. I love all these different shades to Deku, because every interaction we get with him, specifically surrounded around his luck or surrounding around his fear or his responsibility or the things he wants to accomplish, you know, the relationship with his mother, him being in danger, his health, his life being in jeopardy, all of these things are very, very well written, I think. I think Deku is just a really refreshing protagonist. I don't really relate to him at all, but I like him regardless. Relatability isn't that, you know, significant for me. Meanwhile, Bakugo is a talented kid that got a complex due to adults nailing into him that he can never accept help since he's so talented. Bakugo is really refreshing as well, because I think Horikoshi does really dive into the fact that these are teenagers who have mental health issues, maybe on a small scale, but they definitely do have issues with insecurities. Bakugo is very, very insecure. You know, Bakugo is one of those characters, right? How could I explain this? Bakugo is tough, man. Bakugo is tough. He's like the ace. He's like the ace of the series, the strongest character, the skilled guy, and that has given him that bad attitude he has, right? Like you said, he's gotten a complex due to him being nailed into him. It developed into an aggression, like you said, because he feels like if someone is offering him help, that is a sign of weakness on his part. That's why you got that whole moment of Deku trying to help him as a kid. It's trying to hammer in that that's where this complex, this aggression, this hot-headed, rash, annoying, childish, teenish brat, that's where it came from, right? The fact that he refuses help because he thinks he's so talented that he has to do it himself, and it's a sign of weakness if he does accept that. Bakugo loud as fuck through the pages. I can hear that, man. I swear to God, bro. He's a lame MC. It is what it is. I like him, bro. I like Lofa. Lofa, I actually really like Deku, man. Yes, Deku's been given a hardcore responsibility, I agree. But I'm talking about his journey of growth as a hero. It was mostly possible due to happenstance. Again, I want to reiterate, I don't want to hate on his character. I'm not saying all he does is luck-based. His personality is great. Interesting. Okay, I feel you, see. I feel what you're saying. You think a lot of it was... You feel like the way it was written didn't feel too organic, and it felt like things just happened out of luck, basically, yeah. I think that's common with a lot of protagonists. I think it's hard to write a hero story without a lot of luck involved. Like, even One Piece, bro. Like Luffy is technically the hero of the One Piece world, and there has been so much luck on his journey. Luffy's like one of the luckiest characters ever. But with Luffy, it's all about freedom. So that luck is integral to his character, and it's actually pretty dope. And it's also the whole Joy Boy thing. We'll talk about that in another stream. This isn't the One Piece stream. But yeah, I'm going to continue reading. Now. We don't stand a chance in a straightforward brawl, so if we fail to capture them, make a quick retreat. We'll ambush them over and slowly building up an advantage. More likely than not, we'll basically be up against a one-man team, since Bakugo will be taking the lead and barking out orders. If we can keep the pressure on Bakugo, he's bound to stumble. That's when their whole team will fall apart and start screwing up. Crap, they're all falling back. Those extra noises from her make it tough, to be sure, but they're fewer pieces this time. If I focus, I can tell what's what. Fewer pieces? They're trying to regroup, huh? Those jerks. Do you all think we're just gonna lie down and take it? Let's go. Once we retreat, I will say we'll back up our big bone bundle. He silently snuck up on them. They're using the opposite strategy now. Construction done. Quick. Worldcraft. Job complete. They've totally seen through our plans. Tokage must be strategizing. Better find her eyes. That tape's not getting me in this maze of pipes. Don't mess with me. Get going. Nobody welds me and gets away with it. Oh, he's mad now. This calls for some face armor fusion. He's all yours. Yo, we're getting a lit spread. And when I'm in trouble, you cover me, okay? Man like Bakugo, Bondo. I ain't in top form in the winter, but now I'm finally starting to heat up. Gotcha. What quick teamwork from Class A. They've captured 2 of my dear students in the blink of an eye. Really? That little tyrant never had a cooperative bone in his body. But you're telling me he's mellowed out this much? Bakugo dances to his own tune and the others do their best to keep up. That naturally leads to a small time lag in their teamwork. We were going to pick away at that weakness until they fell apart. At least that was the plan. But this team was flawless. Jiro and the boys have faith in him too. That trust gets the job done. All that drumming paid off, huh? Once a band, always a band. Bakugo, we know a thing or two about Tokage's lizard tail splitter. She can split up into 50 pieces and move them all around, but the parts drop dead after a certain amount of time. She can regenerate those lost parts, and this next bit's just a guess, but there's gotta be a limit to how much and how soon she can regenerate, right? Kinda like Yaoyorozu. If she's tired out, she's bound to lose focus. She split up as much as possible to make those noises to throw Jiro off, but repeating that strategy won't work well with her limitations. Explodapult. This is fucking sexy. That's why she'll bring a few pieces back to her main body to reset their time limit. Take a few just in case they ain't too strong, but they could come in handy. Oh, okay. That's a few grenades. That's probably why you were hearing fewer noises, right, Jiro? Close one. Oh, bland! Why'd you go and change so much? Point blank stun grenade. I didn't change. My goal has always been the same. To surpass All Might and be the #1 hero. Great chapter for Bakugo, man. I really enjoyed that. Match 5 start. Exciting. Done in less than 5 minutes. Match 3 was great. Match 4 was great. I don't know if I like match 3 or 4 more. Okay, I'm gonna write in the chat right now real quickly. This is how I'm feeling. That is my rating for the matches right now. 3 is equal to 4 over 1 over 2. 2 is the weakest so far. 1 is the third best. 3 and 4 are joint second place. Joint first and second. Class A's unexpected teamwork has led them to a 4-0 victory. You all kept overall damage to a minimum and were very efficient from start to finish. With his mobility and power, Bakugo was the foundation that you 3 worked off of, and everyone did their jobs well. You guys had a solid strategy, at least based on your opponent's past fights and strength, but the plan was too rigid, unlike Honoriku's more flexible approach. Sorry for dragging you all down with me. Now, I mean, once their star players started using teamwork, we never stood a chance. We'll carve this brutal loss into our souls. Kat-chan, looks like you can really get it done when you make the effort. And you were a total heroine out there, Jorjiro. Just hero is fine. Oh, okay. Just hero is fine. The shippers are going crazy with that one. You're like a street fuck who starts adopting kittens, dude. That gave me chills. My like all mine. Oh yeah? Better see a doctor. I understand why he's saying this and why he's being like this. Kat-chan, out of the way, nerd. I'm not actually in your way. I'm making progress. Yeah, you were great out there. At a speed you can't keep with. Nah, I'll surpass you. Shut it. Is that all you got to say? Because you'll never beat me, you dorky dweeb. Just watch me. That's a good friend you've got. Now if we could just do something about that mouth of his. Please, please, all mate. Not gonna lie, man. Like I feel like I should care more about the 2 most prominent protagonists' interaction. But that did nothing for me, man. That did absolutely nothing to me. Like, I'm making progress. I'll surpass you. Is that all you got to say? Just watch me. Like, I don't give a fuck. But anyways, that rage-filled living embodiment of a short fuse was most impressive. So sorry, Monoma. I blew our shot at winning the whole thing. Apologizing? No need, Takagi. I'm happy to see my inexperienced peers reflect and grow. Yes, victory is no longer within Class B's reach, but we haven't truly lost yet. Because what I want us all to learn is which class treads the correct path, the earnest one that keeps his nose clean, or the class of wholly undeserving reprobates that bathes in the limelight for all the wrong reasons. We are all to the last merely bits players in the lives of others, and the stars of only our own. That was so corny. I enjoyed it halfway through, then it just got too much. So what? What's the plan? So what, she says. We should probably take the same approach as Takagi's team. After all, we've got a similar lineup. Our more technical quirks are best used to strike in a variety of ways from the shadows. Moreover, there are 5 of us. We'll be at disadvantage if this turns into a brawl. In this fight, though, isn't Midoriya going to be haunting us the most? That's her way of calling him scary. Yeah, Midoriya is just as quick and powerful as Bakugo. Maybe more so. And he even developed some ranged attacks recently. Just like in the last match, if we give their main guy even the smallest opening, he'll tear us apart. So it's decided, we prioritize Midoriya. He absolutely needs to go down first. Problem is, he can break free from my brainwashing. But if I team up with Monoma, there's a chance we can take him. It scares me a bit that you're relying on me, since there's a chance of me drawing a bad card. Anyhow, it's all for naught unless it's all for naught. It's all for naught unless he's taken out first. I'm counting on you for that, Shinzo. The final match. How will Shinzo perform? This is basically an audition for his transfer to the hero course. He had a great showing in the first match, but there's no guarantee those same tactics will work again. Class A also had a strong team this time. I expect good things. We'll start with Shinzo, okay? As long as he's out there, I'm on edge. I don't want to get brainwashed. Let's not focus too hard on him though. The rest of them are the type to stay hidden and launch attacks from who knows where. I float stuff. I melt stuff. I stick stuff. We're fighting an uphill battle. We'd do better with my pop-off vineyard strat. Vineyard. I suck at pronouncing things. Sorry about that. Nobody's gonna walk right into that. Nah, first we find them, then we trap them. And that'll be the bait. How's it going? You said your quirk has been acting weird? Yeah, but there's nothing strange now. It's back to normal. Still, based on how the 4th match went, they're probably gonna be extra wary of me. I'd better be ready to go all out. You okay? We're counting on you here. Don't worry. We can win this. Used to get all nervous. I kind of miss it. No more weirdness for now. It's time for match 5, the final battle. After that challenge from him, I'd better not disappoint. Everyone ready? Keep it together. To the very end and do your best. Now start. I am here. I am here. Whoops. Ever heard of silent mode? Sorry, I need to take this, man. Like Gran Torino. It's 1541. We've got movement. That's a few times since yesterday. Honestly, wish they'd hurry you up with his sentencing. I'm not sure how much of this I can take. Kill one man, you're a murderer. Kill millions, you're a hero. Was it Chaplin who said that? Also, Gigantomachia popped up the other day. The big man's loyal servant. It ain't just the League of Villains. Who knows how many secret sympathizers he's got out there. We've got to be real careful not to provoke anything at this point. Dear me, so sorry for the trouble. All this nostalgia, it makes me ache inside. I hear my little brother's voice. All for one. Chapter 210, boys! We have 7 chapters remaining, 8 chapters. Chapter 210, The One for All Dream. Thanks for the quick response, but I'm actually observing a class now. You wanted to know if Shimura ever mentioned dreaming about One for All, right? Oh, not beating around the bush, huh? Well, you asked and I just happened to remember something. Now, my old mind ain't what it used to be, so listen up, but don't expect much. Hey, what's good, Ahmed? Nice to have you here. I've only read 130 chapters of My Hero, but I basically know everything, so who cares? Good stuff, man. Okay, we can't communicate freely if we run into the enemy. First, I gotta locate them and gain the advantage. But I'm still a little uneasy about that One for All stuff. I have to make sure to avoid Shinso's brainwashing no matter what. The formation of Midoriya's team bears a strong resemblance to Bakugo's team in match 4. They have a similar makeup too, but they don't have a Jiro type person on their side. They've got to be even more careful than we were unless they want to get wrecked. That's true. If their strategy involves luring them out, then Midoriya is going to have to work even harder than Bakugo. Because of my speed, Class B can't afford to ignore me. They'll have me in their sights, so I'll bait them into revealing themselves when they attack me. Then the 4 of us can link up and take them down. That must be Yanagi. Here we go. Uraraka? Huh? Did you spot me? After observing Bakugo's performance, we'd be fools to take you lightly. It's Monoma. It's only natural to be on guard against a someone as strong and agile as you. The clever among us realize that much. On the other hand, someone truly clever might also think that it was the other 3 who amplified Bakugo's strength, that crushing them should have taken priority. You're such a showman. You've gone out of your way to reveal yourself, yes? Meanwhile, I expect my allies have already located yours. He's trying to rile me up. Could he have copied Shinso's brainwashing? It will be 3 against 4. How will your team fare? With Shinso in the mix, they can't exactly communicate freely. I suppose you'd better race back to check on your friends. But wait, what if that scream just now was Shinso mimicking a voice? What if your 3 friends are still hidden, but you end up leading us right to them? I'm afraid there's no easy answer. Don't you have any regard for your friend's potential plight? That's cold. He'll be watching me closely for any signs. I have to be careful. I had a little chat with Shinso. The gifted will break this world. Tell me, your pal Bakugo, how is it that he can still smile without care when he's the one who brought about the downfall of the symbol of peace? A few seconds earlier. That shout must have been Shinso. They're close. Kind of funny to picture that shriek coming from such a calm guy. Oi, we gotta look at each other's face when talking. We gotta bite. Yo. They vanished. Are they blocking it? Or maybe it's a trap. It's Yanagi's poltergeist. Is she even aiming? Release. It's Kodai's size Quirk. Twin impact. Fire. We've got a decent idea of what direction they're in now. Let's launch a second attack while they're still in the dark. Reiko Yanagi Quirk Poltergeist. She can manipulate nearby objects, but no more than the total weight of a single person. And Kodai's Quirk is size, alter the size of whatever she touches, but it doesn't work on living things. And then we got Nirengeki Shoda's Quirk is Twin Impact. After striking an object, you can activate a second strike remotely, and that second hit will have a ton more oomph to it. Okay. I really like that whole interaction between Deku and Monami, by the way. Is that his name? Monoma. That was great stuff. Anyways, back to it. That was crazy. They've probably got a location now. What about Deku? Sorry to say, this probably ain't what you want to hear. Oh, what did Master tell you? This wasn't long after she inherited One for All. Like always, we were out on patrol, just chatting. Huh? Get this, Gran Torino. I had the weirdest dream last night. There was a man standing there all shrouded in black smoke. He spoke to me and said, "It's not time yet." And his arm is bursting. Black whip. I can imagine reading this weekly being like, yo, what the fuck? Time for chapter 211, boys. They were always telling me, you'll never be a superhero with that quirk. Chapter 211, that which is inherited. A hero who can't do anything on his own? Who's ever heard of such a thing? Where are you going with this? It's about knowing what we can't do. I like you, Shinso, I really do. In order to survive, you too need to embrace your darker side. We're much the same. No thanks. It's true though. When you managed to brainwash Midoriya in the tournament, how did you trick him into speaking? I didn't know much about the guy, so I just insulted his friend. The paradox is that to become heroes, we must act unheroically. Otherwise, we'll never measure up to those capable of greatness. Emulating our idols isn't enough. Surely you felt this way before. How the hopes and dreams of childhood now grow heavy as burdens. As if we are cursed. I like this. I genuinely do really fucking like this, man. That which is inherited. He's grown even more. That jerk. What? What is this? Everything was fine just a second ago. Run. Black Whip going out of control. Shooting everywhere. Shinzo. Another new move from Midoriya. Shinzo. Just run. The power. Can't control it. It's exploding out of me. Huh? Smashing up the whole place. Whoa. Deku, what's going on? Aizawa. Vlad, you need to stop him. Something's wrong. What? Why? It hurts. Why does it hurt so bad? Stop. All Might passed this down to me. Since I had so much to learn, I was always hurting myself. Stop it. But I'd finally started to make it on my own. Things were supposed to be looking up. Stop it. I didn't want anyone to ever worry about me again. Stop one for all. These pages look fucking sick. Shinso. Did Uraraka just grab him? Shinzo. Chapter 211 read. That was good. That was good. That was good. The art was fucking amazing. Time for chapter 212, guys. My Hero Academia, chapter 212. That which is inherited, part 2. My parents always look exhausted. It was rough. So when I first saw a hero in action, what I really noticed were the expressions on everyone's faces. I love seeing people look happy. So it was only natural that I'd want to help people who looked like they were in trouble. But it made it all the more difficult because it was only natural. If I can't save one little girl right in front of me, then how can I ever hope to be a hero who saves everyone? When I saw him struggling with the odds stacked against him, it got me thinking, who protects the heroes when they need protecting? He's doing something with Uraraka that's making me happy, man. I like what he did with his family. The sports festival had some great Uraraka stuff. Like her fight with Bakugo was great. I like the whole thing about her coming from, you know, a normal working class family, having struggles, wanting to make money for them, wanting to be a hero for the sake of having money and providing to her family as an occupation, you know? I really like that. But it's also personal to her because, as she says here, she loves seeing people look happy. But that's got her thinking. If heroes have to shoulder that burden of making people look happy, who's there to make them happy? You know? Who protects the hero when they need that? And she wants to obviously be that for Deku, so that's where the romance ties in. I don't think Uraraka is that bad as a character. She's just bland to me personally. Not really catered to my personal tastes. But I won't deny that she's pretty good. And she serves her role well. You know? Just because a character isn't a favourite doesn't mean they're not a great member of the cast and are well utilised. Because she definitely is. So she's protecting Deku. Deku, you gotta calm down. I can't stop it. Deku can't control it. Shinzo, brainwash him. You need to stop Deku. Brainwash Midoriya? How? What do I ask him? You, born with your awesome quirk. Not gonna lose. I lost to you at the sports festival. Oi, Shinzo, I thought I saw you hanging out with Aizawa sensei. Today I was actually excited to show you how much I've changed since then. I'll be a great hero someday and use my quirk to help people. We will fight again and I'm looking forward to it. Midoriya, let's fight. Great page. Shinzo looks cool as fuck. Okay. He listened to him, brainwashed him, and he's in the dream. You got it all wrong. Weren't you listening? We told you that you're not alone. Now just happens to be the right time and it manifested, right? So what's with this sorry crap? This power in you, it's not something you use casually or distracted. Not anymore. One of the previous wielders. Pull yourself together. Time for chapter 213. End of volume 22. Start of volume 23. We got Shinso and Deku on the cover. This is a dope cover. Yo! League of Villains on the bottom. With the hands, because I'm guessing the start of MVAs at the end of this volume. Anyways, volume 23. Chapter 213. Let's get it. So that was a funny little interaction between Deku and the previous user, but it's gonna continue. So anyways, pull yourself together, because if you do, most things will work out. I have no mouth. I can't respond. Yeah, I know you can't talk. Don't sweat it. I can see him so clearly. Did I just say queerly? I can see him so clearly. He's definitely more than just some vestige, and it's not a dream. I think the predecessors are somehow alive in One for All. When All Might dies and Deku talking to him through One for All end the series, come on, bang a little theory. No, I'm playing. Looks like I'm short on time, but listen up, kiddo. As for that power that just exploded out of you, that's my quirk. Our quirk factors were mixed into the core of all this power. They've been inside One for All this whole time. That tiny core, the small center within the raging flames or crashing waves, whatever it is you see, that's the source wrapped up within all that accumulated power. And now, after all this time, it's starting to grow and kick. I was about to say quick! It's starting to grow and kick. You've caught glimpses in between those flickering flames, right? You've seen that One for All is growing. So the day this chapter must have dropped, it must have been crazy all over Twitter and YouTube and social media and just the manga community, because this is massive. It's like he can use the quirks of previous users. This makes him so much stronger. But at the same time, I like the fact that Black Whip doesn't seem like it's like the strongest power in the world. It's just something cool to add to his arsenal, right? And this is the story of how Deku becomes the strongest hero, so it makes sense that he's getting these power-ups. Does this feel cheap? Not necessarily, because the way it was introduced with Deku interacting with these previous users back in the fucking sports festival in his fight against Shinso, that was really early on, and that laid the groundwork for this big reveal. So, you know, this chapter is probably very divisive, very controversial. I just seen, look, Townsy literally just said, this chapter divided the community. A lot of people said, this is out of nowhere. A bunch of people probably hated this, and I can see why that would happen. I haven't got an issue with it. I don't think people are right in their own mind to hate this, but people say it's all because, you know, people are not born equal and you're giving Deku everything. I can see people making those tweets, but, you know, I'm going to sit and collect with this, but right now I just think that's not the case. I don't have a real problem with this at all. I think these powers are still more obstacles and burdens, and is adding to that great responsibility, that great burden of Deku. He's getting more of these powers, but he needs to still learn how to utilize them. He needs to know how to make them parts of his arsenal and his fighting style. But yeah, let me continue reading. Just now, weren't you really focused on capturing someone? That was all you could think about, right? Right, I wanted to capture Monoma. It just so happens that my black whip is perfect for the job. You're lucky you're getting me first, since my quirk's top grade. But understand this quirk has also been building up in One for All. It's bound to be way stronger than it was back in my day. See, I can see people hating this. He's getting a crazy buff for no reason. This wasn't deserved. It's coming out of nowhere. I can see where they're coming from. Not coming from. I can see why people are saying that. I just don't. I don't agree with it at all. A lot of people who complained went real quiet after 239. I guess we'll see 239. I feel like this makes total sense within the story, but from a meta perspective, it feels bitter to me because it will actually make me unable to accept Deku actually surpassing Bakugo in combat prowess, you know? It'll feel like he just surpassed him just having better or more powers, but of course in the context of the story, ignoring the meta perspective, it makes sense and I can't complain. People mad at Deku being OP for having many quirks, meanwhile All For One has 1,000,006. Yeah, it makes sense to have multiple quirks when you're facing off against the guy who can literally take quirks of others, right? But anyways, let me continue reading. Thank you for sharing that, Arden. I definitely see that if you're heavily invested in the whole Deku Bakugo rivalry. And you're on Bakugo's side. But I'm on Deku's side. Fuck that nigga. Anyways, listen, when you use this power in anger, it will really start working for you. What really matters is controlling your heart. It's okay to get mad. That rage can be the source. But in the meantime, you gotta control it better, okay? One for All's grown crazy strong thanks to the 8 of us who came before you. So be ready, kiddo, because you're about to get all 6 of our quirks. Control your heart and make good use of us. Good luck, kiddo. We'll be right behind you. You're gonna be the one to complete One for All. Deku. Oi, Deku. You okay? Uraraka, get back. It's too dangerous. Shinso's brainwashing helps you calm down. You're fine now, right? Uraraka, you're hurt. What did I do? And next chapter. That was a big pill to swallow. Something massive just happened there. But we're just going to continue reading because it's getting late. It's midnight right now. My throat is hurting. I want to finish this arc. Wow. This spread is fucking god tier. Wow. Holy shit. Holy shit. This chapter 214 color spread is... Horikoshi Masterclass. This looks amazing. Wow. Wow. This looks... I need to save this. I'm going to save this really quickly because you guys need to see this. Hold up. Wow. I need to put this on the screen real quick. My computer's being a little slow. Bear with me. Look at this shit, bro. Look at this cover page. Look at this color page. Wow. Is that Todoroki in the middle? What's that mask on his face? Hawks, Deku. It's like a Halloween theme. Yeah. Bro, looks amazing. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful color spread. Wow. I love it. Anyways, I had to stop for that. We're letting it go on, but there was clearly something wrong with Midoriya. If it happens again, I'll jump in and pull Midoriya out. But Shinzo managed to calm him down this time. If it's Quirk related, I'll have no problem stopping it. But why? Because their hearts are still in it. Midoriya and Shinzo too. All of them are still hungry to win. You indulged them. I didn't expect that. I guess. Whoa, Deku wasn't strong enough to resist? I might still be a danger to you guys, so there's no way I can use my quirk now. Then let's retreat for now. We'll figure something out. Retreat? That means losing. Shinzo's up there waiting. This is my chance for victory. But Deku, you can't really mean you're going to fight quirkless. Nope, but I'm going to need your help, Uraraka. Acid shot. This might sting a little. Big. I can't afford to take critical hits in a brawl like this. Twin impact fire. Great buckler. Look out. Minata, he's quick. My pop-off balls aren't made to stick to me instead. I bounce off of them. So all those balls I tossed around at random act as traps for them and trampolines for me. Just as planned. Hear that ring... I can't say these names. Hear that Nirengeki Shoda? Just as freaking planned. Since I knew I couldn't actually stand up to your twin impact, this was all part of the plan. Really, even now. That's enough. Here we go. Acid layback. Grape pinky combo. Minata bounce. Matt said Minata going off. Wow. He's bouncing all over the place. I wish we could regroup, but they're coming at us so quick. There's no time to come up with a plan. Yeah. Our guys have the edge despite the numbers disadvantage. The others got to be more careful about getting into Ashido's range. The girls aren't exactly close combat experts, so Shoda's got to guard him by himself. Having a bigger team is backfiring. They got to get out of there. Didn't the teachers run off to shut all of this down? And what are Midoriya and Uraraka up to? I can't get stronger on my own. I don't possess the right stuff to be the main character. I can't walk down that straight noble path like you people. Still, I don't resent what I've been given, because it's necessary to pull off these masterful performances, the ones where the supporting roles upstage the leads. Your power is mine. He swiped one for all. Holy shit. This is a great moment, man, for Monoma. I'm not gonna lie, that was a fucking sick little monologue. The ones where the supporting roles upstage the leads, and he's using one for all. Come on, my young boy. One for all, he swiped it. Wait, Monoma, that's too risky. Gunhead martial arts. That wasn't your power, Deku. It's a bluff. Now go. It didn't activate. Sheesh. I drew a blank. Monoma, I got him. Help him out somehow. Deku right in front of him. Make me weightless, Uraraka. That's the way I can sneak up and get in Shinzo's face. Release. Last time we tangled like this was at the sports festival. Losing track of you would be enough to shift the tide in your team's favor. You're too big a threat, Shinzo. It won't be like last time. Eraser. Midoriya's making a move. Yep, I'm watching too. Eraser spent 5 years learning how to use this thing. How can I expect to even get a handle on it? Those 5 years I had to teach myself starting from scratch. Having that experience makes a huge difference. People like you and me, when things go south, we're dead if we can't rely on ourselves. Like I said, keep practicing. And I hope you understand that I'm not the type to waste time on hopeless causes. I'm not the same as before, Midoriya. When did he pull that off? Fucking hell, lit! No time to dodge. All the fear and doubt from this morning is gone. That guy's attitude, his voice, and his whole vibe felt a lot like All Might's. Make good use of us. He's using... Ah! Lit! No time to dodge. Black Whip, grabbing it. Chapter 215 time. This is probably going to be my favorite match. I just love Midoriya, bro. Midoriya is my young goat. Any fears I had about my own power were completely gone. Yes, this power of mine was an ally. Those key words All Might spoke to me. You can be a hero. And then again at the beach park, learning to control my heart, my origin. Thinking back and remembering all that made me feel like I could do just about anything. There's that black energy again. Wait, why? This is clearly different from last time. He probably asked for a boost from Uraraka so he can concentrate his focus into that power. What have you been through these past few minutes, kid? Sheesh, what's going on with you? Was all that rampaging just a bluff? Are you playing with my emotions or something? It's gone. It only lasted a second, and now I've got this tingly pain inside me. It's bound to be stronger than back in my day. My body's telling me that his powered up quirk is too much for me. My short bursts at 20% aren't enough to handle it. Good stuff. I was thinking if he just got that ability and was able to use it whenever he wanted, that would be too much of a buff too quickly and wouldn't feel earned. But the fact that he can't handle it, could only use it for a second, and it only came in a pinch situation at a moment of need is good. I like that. This power is waiting for me down the road. Once I've got total mastery over One for All, only then can I really start using it. Nice. Shinzo's getting away, but Air Force is still too rough around the edges. I'm scared it could trigger another outburst. Let's stick with 8%. No chance of brainwashing him now. I need to put some distance between us. Sorry about this, Monoma. I hear he even developed some range attacks recently. Just like in the last match, if we give the main guy even the smallest opening, he'll tear us apart. So it's decided, we prioritize Midoriya. It's all for nothing unless he is taking out first. I'm counting on you for that, Shinzo. You've created the perfect opening for me, but I still can't let it end like this. Uraraka just blocked something. I can't nail her with poltergeist shots at all. It's been about 5 minutes since our match started, right? And I know your quirks that you copy only last that long. I simply pretended my limit was 5 minutes, but I've improved. It's 10 now. If I were to unleash a brutal sneak attack, could you defeat me all on your own? She's wary of Shinzo's brainwashing quirk. Shrewd, aren't you? By the by, do you know how many quirks I can copy at once? I know he's definitely got Yanagi's poltergeist and Kodai's size, strategy-wise. Shinzo's would also make sense. You think 3? Does 3 pocket watches mean 3 quirks? I've merely pretended it was 3, but I've increased my limit to 4. Why do you say that? What do you say to that? Plus I can achieve all manner of clever things with copied quirks. While it's true that I can't activate more than one at a time, some have effects that last and linger. Especially ones that don't necessarily affect a person's body directly. Take Kodai's size for instance. That nut I enlarged will retain its size even if I use other quirks. Catch my drift? What if I said fire? Sound familiar? Be careful of the supporting role's dying breath. Did he do something to Deku somehow? I'm gonna need your help, Uraraka. So what did he do? I can't beat him one-on-one, so I just need to make him play by my rules. Shinzo's leading him to the larger group. Is he trying to get Midoriya into that brawl? And in a madcap scramble like that, Shinzo's power can effectively lock down the battle and its players. Too fast, I'm done for... Oh, he just got punched. Twin Impact! Ah, makes sense. Monoma hit him with a Twin Impact. Anything struck once will receive a second stronger blow. It must have been then he used Shoulder's quirk. Well done. I apologize, Shinzo. I only gave you your opening. Nice stuff. That was good stuff, man. He got caught, but he done his thing. He hit that Twin Impact. You're not so hard to nab once I caught you onto your moves. You should know they call me Mobile Adonis. Good. With one down, the rest should fall. Man like Ashido's in trouble and Shinzo managed to pull them away. The team might turn this around. Never forget that constant reminder in my heart. My origin. Reiko. Uraraka, I need you to get up in Shinzo's face while you go after Monoma. Then you go after the other two. Don't worry about me, I'll be fine. Kodai. We're gonna win this. Double clap back. Ah, man like Ashida and Deku gone. Come on, man. Come on, man. Chapter 216 time. We're on the second to final chapter of the arc. I'm going to try my best to live read MVA tomorrow because I want to read that. Class A versus Class B. Conclusion. Chapter 216. He spun around to draw me in my own binding cloth. Damn. I said I'd show him how much I've changed since then. I was just looking forward to it. And with everyone here today pushing themselves forward, never slowing down. Damn it, this hero course is rather impressive. Phantom Thief, Emily, Rule, and Mines. There were some real do-or-die moments in the 5th match, but with a score of 4-0, Class A wins. And that brings these 5 matches to a close. You showed us some fantastic battles, proving how well you knew your enemies and yourselves. Class A took the 1st match, while Class B took the 2nd. The 3rd match was a draw, and Class A won the 4th and 5th matches. So the grand victory in battle training goes to Class A. Yay! Woohoo! We were all deceived. I wasn't even blazing with much competitive spirit, but still, I know, it still stings. Sensei, I couldn't accomplish anything on my own. I'm still lacking. And this was my test for a possible transfer, right? He knew? It was just a guess, but given the timing and the format, this was a convenient way to test me that didn't cost anything. Plus, you let me fight twice. He's sharp. We still have to go over the post-game analysis. Let's get back to the others. First off, Midoriya. Want to tell us what happened? Those fearsome black tendrils manifested from him. He didn't seem in control, but does that attack have a name? Was it just some new move? It couldn't be. It's too different from his usual super strength. So what caused all that then? I can't tell them about one for all, but I can't just brush this off either. I need to be honest without saying too much. I still don't really know. The power welled up and I couldn't control it. It's like something I've believed in up to now all of a sudden turned on me. It was truly terrifying. But when Uraraka and Shinzo tried to stop me, that helped me realize that it wasn't all bad. If Shinzo hadn't used his brainwashing to knock me unconscious, I honestly don't know what would have happened. You asked me if I was bluffing, Shinzo. I wasn't. I had no clue what was going on, so both of you, thanks. I was just provoking him to trigger the brainwashing, but you're worried about that? Clearly that was no mere performance. That's true. Facing down Midoriya's little rampage, both Shinzo and Uraraka demonstrated some quick thinking and fast responses, and the way Uraraka in particular put herself on the line to help her friend was incredible. I loved it. You just jumped in without thinking, Uraraka. Quick as a whip, and then you wrapped your arms around him tight. Now she's blushing. It's true that I acted before thinking. In the future I should try to keep a cool head. Wait, let me play a song 1 second. In the future I should try to keep a cool head, but if the alternative is doing nothing and regretting it, then I'd be happier jumping in. You've matured, Uraraka. I wasn't just doing it for Midoriya's sake. Uraraka gave me that order and I acted. Plus, I saw the other 3 getting wrecked by the black energy and realized that our team probably would lose unless we put a stop to it. I did what I did because I wanted to fight Midoriya and beat him. It only worked out that way by chance, but in the moment I was focused on myself and what I wanted. Man, like Aizawa. That's corporal punishment. Alert the PTA. Nobody was asking for any more than that from you. Everyone has already spent months training to become heroes who save people. Embodying that ideal right after being thrown into the deep end is not possible. That would take talent on par with all might. Acting for the sake of others, saving people, actually takes a lot more than just that. You'll never protect anyone until you find whatever strength you need for yourself. If you think about it that way, your actions earned more than just a passing grade. Shinzo, at the end there, you tried luring me into the big brawl where you could have really shined, right? And remember when you tried tripping me up with those falling pipes? That was so fast. The way you whipped out the binding cloth while on the move really reminded me of Aizawa sensei. In the first match too, I was thinking how the team came together to make great use of your abilities, but that's not all it was. Your judgment, instant analysis and quick moves are just as impressive as anyone in the hero course. You blew me away. If we're talking about using your strength for others, then I'm the one who's got a long way to go on that front. Indeed. We've still got some deliberating to do, but more than likely, Shinzo will be joining the hero course as of his 2nd year at UA. He's got what it takes to be everyone else's equal here. Whoa, which class? A or B? I need him in A, I like him. All in good time. We're not done with our reviews yet. Oi sensei, Minato was like the worst. So can you really let him have it? I put myself in the line of fire to mess with Shoulder and the girls. This must have been a dark day for Class B, yes, but we've only lost the battle, not the war. Now that I know Midoriya's quirks give me a blank, I will formulate a counter strategy. Meaning, if we were to go another 5 rounds, who knows how it would turn out. Not a chance, classes are over today. Shut up, man, this nigga's so annoying. That's right, since he whammied me with Shoulder's quirk, that means Monoma really did graze me. I was worried about his limbs popping off if he tried to use one for all, but what does he mean by blank? Alright, while I have you, Monoma, you're to see Eri tomorrow. What do you mean by blank? Is this foreshadowing for something big? Interesting. Anyways, final chapter. Chapter 217. We have been live for 2 hours and 14 minutes. That's not too long, you know. That's a decent amount of time. Thank you all for staying this entire time. We got 32 viewers. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm glad you enjoyed. But yeah, let's continue. 7 p.m. that evening, chapter 217, final chapter of joint training, the new power, and all for one. Why are you holding back, huh? Scared? What? Wait, it's just not activating, I swear. Enough. That clearly isn't working, so cut it out. Wasn't it supposed to activate when he's feeling cornered? Possibly, but we're training, so it doesn't activate. Any feedback, Midoriya? Like I thought, nothing. The presence is gone. The predecessor's quirks. One for all is evolving like that? Bakugo is joining their fucking discussions. So you two always chatting here, huh? Yeah, it was surprising to see you here too, Kachan. Bakugo now shares our secret. So did you know about that black quirk already, All Might? Bro, the fact that he's just chilling, drinking tea, just talking to them. Bakugo has changed a lot, I'm not gonna lie. He would have been loud and annoying before. Today was the first time I saw it. The bold predecessor though, the one who came before my master, was supposedly a dark-haired youth. I doubt that my master knew that all their old quirks are packed in there. Oi dweeb, today was the first time you saw it too, right? Any clue what set it off? Maybe something's triggering it. Impressive, he took in this whole conversation and just dove right into it. Wow, exactly, like Bakugo's just chilling. I don't know, they told me the time was right. It could be some external factor. Yeah, something to do with All for One. Because he's the one who basically created One for All, right? Isn't it an offshoot of his power? He's also got multiple quirks. That makes you the same as him. I didn't want to raise that point. In the meantime, to prevent another outburst, we need to learn about this new power. Not feeling enough danger, huh? Maybe that'll burst out if I give you a real pounding. Then if I can crush you while that black stuff is going wild, that'll make me the undisputed champ. Is that meant to be motivating? If a response to my emotions, well, back there, this power is waiting for me down the road. Yes, good. It's not something I can handle now. I made the decision to put a lock on it, so to speak. If I envision locking and unlocking it, then maybe... Bah, boring. What's the point if you can't handle it? I'm out of here. Your muttering gives me the creeps. That's enough for today. Are you feeling okay? All for One's power. Okay. I don't want to hear that weak whining out of you, but you totally showed me up today. Sure, I can take the heat because I'm made of metal, but still, metal can only get so hard, you know? While every time you get beat, you get tougher. Me and you got our own strengths. Thanks, Tetsu. Dinner tonight is beef stew. Ooh, nice. And it looks like Class B's here too. Indeed, they've come to socialize and discuss today's training. So, got any pics of hawks? Any scandalous ones? Mate. How many ultimate moves do you know now? I'm only up to 3. 4. Could you train your quirk every night before bed, huh? I've been looking for you, Midoriya. I didn't realize you had 2 quirks too. Nigga got 6! He got 7 actually. I was just a little shocked that the guy who screamed at me to not hold back was hiding this all along. It's not like that. It's probably just derived from the original. It's still just a single quirk. I was shocked too. This has never happened until today. Right, well that sounds rough. Sorry for doubting you, but it was pretty impressive. Half and half is sharp, but also dull as a brick. I like Bakugo just made me laugh there. He's just chilling, eating his cornflakes going... He's sharp, but he's also dull as a brick. You too, Todoroki, you're flames. You're really getting the hang of them. Now, I still have a long way to go, just like you, I guess. Which is why I need to keep aiming higher. He's replying to him! Need you to teach me some things about Flashfire. Interesting. I never thought you'd be the one to bring it up. Great. It's decided then. The next day, I'll handle the necessary paperwork, of course. It's up to the rest of you to give that boy the education he deserves. Much appreciated. Speaking of Shinso, he reminds me of you back in the day. You see yourself in him, don't you, Aizawa? Or is this about Shirakumo? Get to the point if you have one. I've got somewhere to be. Who is Shirakumo? Might be Aizawa's long-lost partner or something. His ex-girlfriend or dead wife or some shit. Old partner, good friend, something like that. Aizawa backstory sounds interesting though. I know there's an Aizawa prequel, so I know I need to read that soon. I'll probably read that off stream. Probably read that tonight off stream. But Shirakumo just introduced, and also Aizawa and Shinzo, they even look similar. That dynamic was clear. Nah, never mind, just reminiscing. Teacher's dorms. It's the dark side of UA. Man like Eri. Whatever could the girl mean by that? What's she saying exactly? During the school festival, I told her that you're UA's dark side. Nonsense, I walk the path of justice and no other. Anyone know why we're all here? See chapter 173. So that's Culture Festival. Midoriya, Togata, thanks for coming. Monoma's gonna lend us a hand, but I figured Eri could use some emotional support while he's around. Is that how little you people think of me? Yes, a blank. I'm sorry to disappoint you, Razor. Right, too bad. You wanted him to copy Eri's quirk? Why? What do you mean by blank, Monoma? She's the same type as you, with the kind of quirk that has to store something up. My power only copies the bare bones essence of a quirk, but if the copied ability needs to convert some stockpiled resource into energy, then I won't be able to replicate whatever is accumulated. Ah, like Fat Gum. Oh, okay. It's an issue I run into now and then. It's the reason why I couldn't manifest your super strength even after copying it. Okay. Monoma would have been saying bye-bye to his limbs otherwise, literally. But why copy Eri's power? Even if we could get Eri to activate her quirk again, we run the danger of another rampage since he still isn't accustomed to us. I thought Monoma might be able to copy it and teach her how to use it to give us some peace of mind, but it looks like it's not going to be that easy. I'm sorry. I've caused so many problems. My power just makes trouble for everyone. I wish I never had this power. I feel so bad for Eri, man. Ah, Eri. It's not all trouble. Did you forget already? You're the one who saved me. That's right. That's cute as fuck. Wait, where's hold up. Anyways, I tried typing something, but it's bugging out. Sorry about that. It's all about how you use it. Like, a sharp knife is really dangerous, right? But use it right and you can make some yummy food. So I think your power is something really special. This makes you the same as him. You know, this power will be my ally. I'm going to make it my own someday. I'll keep trying and I'll master my power too. One for all. We've got a nice little cute little sketch of Mirio and Eri chilling out. You're getting the hang of writing. I'm gonna write letters to you and Deku. Talking's not that easy, so I'll just write instead and say thank you. And say how I'm gonna do my best. Cute as hell. Alright, man. Stream over. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. We're done with joint training. I might as well talk to you guys for a bit. If I end the stream now, that would be stupid. So let's talk, guys. What's going on, people? What's good, chat? Talk to me if you want to talk about that arc I just read. We just read 23 chapters, joint training arc. We had some interesting developments for Deku, mainly with his power, one for all, interactions with the vestiges. We got some interesting stuff for Bakugo. He's grown a lot as a character. He's changed. He's willing to work with others because of that whole line from the conversation of All Might, obviously, right? Win to save, save to win, something like that, essentially. And then we got probably some of my favorite stuff in some of my favorite stuff in this arc is just Shinzo and his entire character, and even his relationship with Monoma and how they can relate in the fact that people are not born equal, right? Arden saying, Fiji, something I wanted to get your opinion on earlier when you read my thoughts on Deku and Bakugo. If Bakugo and Mirio were quirkless, I believe they would have still trained since they were children to become strong heroes no matter what. Why do you think it is that Deku didn't train though? I think Deku was holding out hope that one day he would eventually manifest the quirk. I don't think he gave up on it. But potentially he did. Because not all humans aren't born equal. Let me go read the first chapter because I do need to remind myself somewhat. Let's open up chapter 1 and see exactly where Midoriya's head was at. Deku was lost in despair until he met All Might, so I believe he would not have become a hero at all if it didn't happen exactly like this. That's fair, but I don't think that's a problem. I don't see why you'd have an issue with this. Because that's just how the story happened. Like, that's what kicked it off. There's always something that doesn't feel 100%... there's always something that doesn't feel 100% organic to kickstart a story, you know? He didn't train before meeting All Might. Of course not. But I'm going back to chapter 1. He was still very interested in heroes. He still had his notebook. He was still so fascinated by them. He was just physically unwell. He wanted to go to UA, but he was afraid of Bakugo. He was a pussy, if we're being real. Yeah, I'm reading chapter 1 right now. He was going to apply for UA. Yeah, yeah. You love that ultimate stubborn drive, and that's why you prefer Bakugo. That's completely fair. That's completely fair. But I guess it just hammers down the fact that that's not that the whole idea. It really doesn't make difference if Deku was a bodybuilder. That wouldn't help him much if he was quirkless.